Member FDIC.
Hey, Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. My house is more than 20 years old, and eventually I'm going to need a new roof, but maybe I can wait a bit on that. Maybe I can get a tune-up. That's what Tri-County Contracting does. It's a worry-free roof tune-up. It's your chance to have someone up on your roof to take a look and perhaps even make some fixes if necessary. Look them up, TriCountyContractingWI.com, or call 262-217-8150. Tri-County Contracting.
The reviews are in, and folks seem to like how we do business. And what's more, they can't get over the level of service and real estate expertise they get for far less than what they'd pay an agent from a big-name company. At 3.5 to 3.9%, you'll save up to nearly 50% in commission by choosing a Benefit Realty full-service agent. Everything they do, we do, for up to 50% less. There's no catch. I'm Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. See our success stories at benefit-realty.com. One day, a 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission structure will be commonplace. But for now, it's not the case. So you can pay 6% for what we can do for about half that, or you can pay less for full service. For some, it's hard to believe, but for our customers, they know it to be true. I'm Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, and our agents understand the meaning of great customer service. And you'll see they're the cream of the crop. So don't pay more than you have to. Pay less for full service with Benefit Realty. Benefit-realty.com.
Staples stores provide innovative products and services for small business, remote workers and learners, even teachers and parents. Explore more at your local Staples store.
Are you tired of being tired? Go to adventknows.com.
Citing unlimited WTMJ News Time, 6:06.
Love playing in Cincinnati. Brandon Stein's got more in sports at 6:15.
Heart Healthy in Waukesha County. More than 500 high school students receiving free EKG heart tests.
An encouraging sign for Kai Lerma Memorial Fund founder Patty Lerma. Her son died playing sports in Grandview Park, and at the time of his death, like many teenage boys, he was in good physical condition.
When we found out that an EKG could have diagnosed Kai's Wolff-Parkinson-White condition, we were completely blindsided. We recommend that everybody gets tested.
That message not lost on Lisa Buell, a mother of a child from Delafield receiving an EKG test.
Literally, it takes longer to put the leads on than it does to run the test.
In Waukesha, Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
A mailing company in northwest Wisconsin paying a six-figure settlement after being found to have violated several air pollution rules. That, according to the DOJ, announcing that Didion Milling and Didion Ethanol settled with the state for nearly $1 million. This after violations that included failure to control emissions, detect leaks, inspect equipment, keep accurate records. You may recall back in 2017, an explosion at Didion's facility in Cambria killed 5 people and led to criminal charges against 6 workers.
A new attraction heading to America's largest water park will break some records. Mount Olympus in the Wisconsin Dells posting on Facebook that a new water slide titled The Rise of Icarus will become the tallest such ride in the nation, standing at 145 feet. This comes 2 years after the theme park unveiled the world's first rotating water slide called Medusa's Slide Wheel. The project is expected to cost $8 million. Could be finished next summer.
So whether or not you're interested in this ride is one thing, but the name confuses me because if anyone knows who Icarus is,
yes,
Icarus gets wings, flies too close to the sun.
Bing, 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 he burns.
Yes, so So now we're going to build the tallest water park in the history of the world.
We're tempting fate here. Like, we're just asking for something to go.
Not to mention anyone with knee problems. I apologize in advance. That's a long walk.
They're not forcing you to go up there, Adam. If you got a knee problem, you can stay back on the ground and watch the other kids have fun, right?
Well, that's no fun.
6:09.
This report sponsored by Pella of Wisconsin. Discover Pella now, pay later at PellaWI.com.
I'm coming.
Hi, Mark Tauscher.
Boy, you just never know when or where you're going to pop up. This time, it's my house.
Can I come in?
You're already standing in my living room.
Tausch, you have mosquitoes in here.
Oh, yeah. It's like an insect zoo right now at my house. Heads up, here comes that wasp again. Incoming.
Shoo! You need Pella's 250 series of windows with exclusive hidden screens. They fit inside the actual window and protect you from nature.
Okay, now that's just brilliant. Yes, please. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin to the rescue.
You got anything to drink around here?
Yeah, just go right ahead and make yourself at home, I guess.
Ooh, root beer.
Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, bundle and save. Get a 250 series patio door and 8 double-hung windows with hidden screens for as low as $188 per month. Visit PellaWI.com today. Certain restrictions apply. See showroom for details. Offer ends 8/31/23.
Traffic is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management.
It's time to know the difference, and Annex Wealth Management is ready to help with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary partner. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button.
6:10 on a Thursday. Adam Roberts in for Debbie Lozga. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Eric, and a good morning to all the drivers behaving well out there. We've got green across the system. That incident earlier in Kenosha County near Highway C has been taken care of, and so we've got a nice, clean-looking map this morning. No incidents, no delays. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast, high temperatures this afternoon, top out in the low 80s. Plenty of sunshine today. We will see some increase in cloud cover by Thursday evening, and overnight partly to mostly cloudy with lows in the mid-60s. Friday, we're watching potential for rain and some thunderstorms and possibly a few strong thunderstorms. It will be a warm and a humid day as well, with highs in the mid to upper 80s, that humidity, and it will be a bit breezy. Saturday looking nice to kick off the weekend, mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 80s. Sunday highs in the upper 70s, partly cloudy, maybe a few showers by Sunday night, but a better chance for rain and some storms as we start the week on Monday with highs in the upper 70s. I'm meteorologist Kristen Kershane.
Right now in Milwaukee at 6:11, it is 66 degrees.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. In for Vince Petrano, here's Eric Bilstad.
So the cat's out of the bag on Vetrano. Vetrano's back Monday. He did post, we knew that this has happened, but he hadn't made it public yet. He did post late last night on social media that he had an accident while water skiing.
I saw that this morning.
Yeah. He tried to go slalom.
He Icarused it.
Yeah. Said he was trying to impress his kids, went slalom and blew up the hamstring.
Skied too close to the wake.
Yep. He flew too close to the sun, if you will.
He went for it.
So, yeah, well, I'm sure he'll have plenty to share on Monday. But the latest update he gave us via text was he still needs help putting socks on, which is not a good sign. So.
I look forward to seeing what he looks like when he's back in here on Monday.
Man, I'm sure he'll be moving fantastic. Oof. So anyway, we're thinking about Vince, who really hurt his hamstring, and I'm sure it's a little bit worse than that just compared to some of his texts. He hurt himself skiing. But he'll be back Monday either way, he says, and that'll be a great thing. Debbie Lozga also out. Adam Roberts is handling the roads for us today. Mike Spalding is here, and then, of course, Brandon Snide and Greg Hill as well. Keeping our eye on the situation in Maui. Just catastrophic wildfires there. At least 36 people dead.
What happened in West Maui is devastating. Absolutely devastating. So for Lahaina, Ka'anapali, Kapalua, it's really, really sad.
That is the director of the Department of Business, Economic and Development and Tourism there in Maui. Just these wildfires. Apocalyptic is one word they're using. They say Maui's been decimated. Lahaina, that tourist town, gone. And people running every which way to find a way to get out, jumping into the sea to avoid the flames.
It was pandemonium. It was maybe 15, 20 feet of visibility. This lady comes walking out of the smoke, just covered in soot, no shoes, walking aimlessly with two dogs kind of following her.
Yeah, that's Leif Wright. He was describing the chaos as he evacuated Lahaina there, which they're saying is basically gone. Again, 36 people dead. That's the latest number now we have from the death toll. We're talking about 85 to 90 mile per hour wind gusts through that island there. And this thing erupted before people even realized it. One witness said they didn't even get the wildfire warning until after they had already evacuated. Much more on what's happening in Hawaii throughout the morning right here in Wisconsin's Morning News. Right now it is 6:14. Brandon Snide's got sports in a minute.
Hey Wisconsin, Greg Matzik here, inviting you to connect with summer and drive inspired in a new Mazda or Mazda certified pre-owned model from Holiday in Fond du Lac. It's the destination to gear up for your journey, score enticing offers, get more for your trade, all while enjoying Team Holiday's genuine guest care and simplified buying approach. It's the stuff that makes fans of drivers from all over, and I'm one of them. Explore all that's new, including the first ever Mazda CX-90, and treat yourself to a test drive at Wisconsin's #1 Mazda dealer. It's #1 Mazda certified pre-owned dealer and the Badger State's only recipient of the prestigious Mazda President's Club Award, recognizing excellence. Accolades are per Mazda North American Operations Performance and Zone Sales Records for 2022. With selection growing daily, you can choose one that's in stock today or reserve one that's on the way. Find yours and discover the difference during the Season of Discovery sales event at Holiday Mazda, Highway 41 and 23 in Fond du Lac, and at holidaymazda.com. It's worth the trip.
There's a strong belief among financial experts that tax planning is more important than rate of return, and that is what sets us apart.
Financial strategies, what's the way to build your wealth?
FinancialStrategiesInc.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The NFL preseason is officially in full swing. The Packers down in Cincinnati this week as the two teams held a joint practice on Wednesday in preparation for Friday night's game. Quarterback Jordan Love spoke after the joint session and explained what it was like to see a different defense other than his own in practice.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I think it just comes down to seeing different looks. And obviously, it's the same on offense. You know, you kind of get comfortable seeing the same looks, kind of thinking you know what they're going to be doing. And then obviously just having these unscouted looks that we haven't seen, it really, you know, you have to go back to your rules, just play the play out, go through your reads. And like I said, for the receivers, just being able to see different looks is huge for them. But yeah, that was good.
Speaking of playing within the rules, Elton Jenkins, the Packers All-Pro guard yesterday, had a little outside the rules with the couple of fights yesterday. I don't know if you guys caught any of the video.
Shock.
Going against DJ Reader for the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's only news if there isn't a fight during these little double practice scrum things.
I think when you have when you don't have a joint practice and there's a fight, that's maybe a little bit more newsworthy. But yeah, when you get two teams like this together, there's going to be some tempers.
You got to set the tone, right?
It's good. I show some fight.
Yeah, you're all pro. You just kind of set the tone.
Impress the coaches.
Impress the coach. Impress the team. Rally around.
Standing up for his quarterback.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm hoping that's what it was.
And it was like a good-natured fight, too. It wasn't like a
fist was thrown.
A good-natured
Yeah, a fist was thrown.
Where do you stand with throwing fists with people wearing helmets?
Don't hurt yourself.
Negative.
Open hand. If it's open hand, though.
Open hand slap.
This is work.
You're good.
Go to
Mush.
work. You're not impressing anybody.
Face mush.
Don't get hurt.
Don't
get
hurt your hand.
Come on.
Don't hurt your hands.
Elton Jenkins is not hurt. He will be unsure if he's going to suit up, though. Packers and Bengals are set to kick off Friday night at 6 p.m. Over to the Diamond for the second consecutive day. The Brewers found themselves in extra innings against the Colorado Rockies with the game tied at 6 apiece. Andrew Monasterio came to the plate with the winning runner at third base. The call here on WTMJ as the Brewers walk it off in Milwaukee.
Lawrence, the pitch. Chopper, left side. Big hop for the shortstop, Tovar. Throw to first is low, and it gets past Tolia, and the Brewers win it. Tolia couldn't dig it out, and the Brewers walk it off in the bottom of the 10th. 7-6 your final.
Lane Grindle on the call here as the Brewers take home the win. I was sweating again yesterday watching the game. The good news, the Brewers winning their 62nd game of the season. The even better news, both the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds lost on Wednesday, meaning Milwaukee gained a game in the standings on each of those teams, moving their lead to 2.5 games in the race for the National League Central crown. The Brewers with an off day today. They will head out on a crucial 9-game road trip starting in Chicago against the White Sox on Friday night. And lastly, we'll stay within baseball. Another no-hitter, Philly starter Michael Lorenzen tossing 124 pitches en route to throwing the 14th no-hitter in Phillies franchise history. 124 pitches. Quite
all right.
The performance for him.
Man, Uke was in rare form yesterday. As we go to break, here you go.
Flock of birds just flew by our broadcast booth here.
They almost came all the way in.
Yeah. Waiting on Tippi Hedren. She was in there, too. See her walking by here, we'll be in trouble.
So glad that I have Google, because I had to Google Tippi Hedren, and now I know she was in the Birds.
Yes.
New rules, same old Bob Uecker.
You like brunch? Call now. Here's a penalty. Offside.
All season long, right here on the home of the Brewers, WTMJ.
Millions of birds.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here. You ever ask yourself the question, what do I want to be known for? Do you know the answer? Are you in the right place to realize those aspirations? If not, LAK's Career Fit program can get you there. They'll work with you to create a roadmap to get you on a trajectory toward career fulfillment and renewed meaning in life, so you can truly discover what you were meant to do. Find out more about Career Fit. Visit transformingcareers.com. LAK Group, discover your human advantage.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368. This is Chief Home Buying Strategist Brian Wickert. A lot of home shoppers just go with their bank when it comes to getting their pre-approval and financing their new home. That's exactly what Jordan and Michelle did, and it wasn't until after they wrote their 5th losing offer that they took their agent's advice and called Accunet for a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval and offer strategy consultation. Every time you write an offer and lose, it's an emotional punch to the gut because you've already imagined having Thanksgiving dinner at that house. We're helping home shoppers and their agents write stronger, more convincing offers every day with powerful tools and strategies that really work. If you don't mind writing 5 losing offers, go ahead and get a flimsy generic pre-approval from your bank or credit union. But if you want the best shot at writing an offer that gets accepted, get a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from Accunet, and I'll personally join in on your offer strategy consultation like I did for Jordan and Michelle, whose very next offer was a winner. All you got to do to get started is click on the blue button today at ACCUNET.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Weisgerber's Golden Mast Inn, your place on the lake. Visit goldenmastin.com.
Nothing better than a Friday fish fry with breathtaking views of Okauchee Lake. Enjoy cod, walleye, or lake perch at the Golden Mast Inn. Learn more at goldenmastin.com.
Traffic and weather at 6:21. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Eric. We had one incident on the Hone Bridge, a broken down vehicle on the right shoulder, right really at the tippy top of the bridge. And as I was coming back from break here, it drove away. So they must have figured out what was going on with their vehicle and have taken it off the right shoulder on the bridge. So that incident is no longer an issue. And that's good because that means I can say, once again, full freeway speeds, no incidents, no delays. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Sunny, a high of 83 today. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, a low of 65. Friday, hey, heads up tomorrow. This could be a dicey day tomorrow. Scattered showers and storms likely, especially late. Some of those storms later on tomorrow could be strong to severe, a high of 86. Saturday, sunny, high of 84. Sunday, partly cloudy, a high of 79. Right now in Milwaukee at 6:22, it is 66 degrees. How about this? At the Wisconsin State Fair every year, they have the Governor's Blue Ribbon Livestock Auction. And how about that? A high-energy, successful event raising all kinds of money. Joining us now from the Wisconsin State Fair is Tess Kirkson. How much cash are we talking about yesterday, Tess?
We're talking $403,000 for Wisconsin youth.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely incredible.
So what happens with that? So these kids who are raising these grand champion steers, these market lamb, all these different animals, that money goes to a scholarship fund? Is that how that works?
Exactly. It goes into a scholarship fund for them that they can use. And I mean, these youth in Wisconsin, they take so much time for raising their animals and getting them to the point where they can exhibit at this high level. And then they raise money for scholarships. It's really an incredible process.
And Tess, it's hard for me to believe, probably not for you since you're out there every single day, but I can't believe it's already the last Thursday of the State Fair. What do you guys got on tap for today?
Today is Prairie Farms Day, which we honor educators on this day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you just have to show your school ID that you work at the school, and you get in for free. It's a really great promotion with Prairie Farms Dairy, and something we're really proud of to honor educators. We also have a Dunkin' sampling truck today, which everyone's really excited about. So there'll be some coffee in Central Park. perk you up a bit, have some fun. And then, of course, we have one of our biggest shows tonight, REO Speedwagon with Edwin McCain, and that's just going to be fantastic. Looks like we've got some great weather ahead. So we're just really excited about today.
I was going to say, you're going to have a great crowd just because of that headliner tonight. They come early and they'll stay all day.
That's right. I mean, that's the best way to do it. Get your whole day in because your concert ticket has your admission in it. So just all day, go to the different music stages, and then top it all off at the end of the night at REO Speedwagon.
Any tickets left for that?
Yes, there are tickets still available for REO Speedwagon. And sometimes when we get close to the show, some of those holds that we have on certain seats and stuff, we take those off. So there could be some really good seats available. So it's always worth checking wistatefair.com the day of the show to see if any cool seats came available.
Well, kudos to you, Tess, and the team there. I was working with some of the staff earlier this week when we were down there, and it's just great. Everyone's got a smile on their face. Everyone's working hard, have a lot to do, but they seem to be enjoying it at the same time.
Absolutely. Everyone's having so much fun. I mean, it's a state fair. What can you say?
Well, enjoy your sleep on Monday.
Yes, definitely will.
Tess Kirkson from the Wisconsin State Fair, the State Fair Scoop here in Wisconsin's Morning News. Have a good day at the fair today, Tess.
Thanks so much.
And we, of course, are broadcasting live from the fair every day. And we have a special treat on Saturday. So I was able to be there last Saturday with Mercure and Matzik. You were there, Spalding, and Debbie Lazica and others. This Saturday, Sandy and Steve will be there. Sandy Mack, Steve Scafidi, along with Brian Noonan, will be doing an afternoon show on Saturday afternoon at the Wisconsin State Fair. So
starting at 2.
Starting at 2,
so
2 to 5. Yeah, so lots to do, lots to see. Even if you're there on the weekend, we'll be there. And a reminder that we want to give a shout out to our partners at the Verst Bar. That's right. They're the ones providing food for us at the WTMJ Bank 59 studios there at this fair. They're the owners, too, of the 2023 Sporky winner, the Beer Cheese Wisconsin Lava Cake. So thanks to the Verst Bar for being our partners at the fair. Time now for news about your money in the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management market update. 2 hours from the bell, and stock futures are looking good at the moment. The Dow is up, NASDAQ and the S&P all up as we are 2 hours from Wall Street opening up. Get on track with investment and retirement planning. Visit annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button today.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
We want to decrease your pain as fast as possible. When we inject our powerful, FDA-approved anti-inflammatory and cushioning medicine precisely guided to the root of your pain, in most cases, relief in hips, shoulders, elbows, and knees is a reality. For those who go through our entire process, we can very much control and reduce your pain while increasing your quality of life. Thousands of Rejuvenex patients maintain their pain relief with semi-annual to annual treatments, proven to reduce inflammation, to make pain a lot more bearable. Some providers may charge up to $8,000 for similar treatments. At Rejuvenex, because we're in-network with most major insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicaid, your out-of-pocket expense could be as low as $400, or less, or nothing at all. I'm Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Pain Clinics, where you can find pain relief. Really.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Siding Unlimited, named the best window installers, not just here, but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 3-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows, you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
6:28 news at the bottom of the hour, but first your national anthem, powered by Wenninger Compressor, putting the I Can in American. Here is the Oak Creek East Middle School chorus.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
It's 6:30. I'm Adam Roberts. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. It's Thursday, August 10th. Your top story, a local connection to the Hawaii wildfires. Taking a quick look at your roads, your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving, time saver traffic, no incidents, no delays across the system. We are looking solid right now. It is currently partly cloudy and 66 degrees in Milwaukee.
At least 36 people dead now in the devastating wildfires on the island of Maui, Hawaii. ABC's Gio Benitez is there.
We know that there are 3 wildfires still burning here on Maui. You can smell it in the air. And that historic Lahaina town, it is just gone. You know, this is a place always so filled with joy, filled with aloha. But this morning here, there is extreme sadness, of course, over the loss of life.
Nearly 300 buildings have burned. Dustin Johnson among many in hard-hit Lahaina, running into the water to escape the flames.
I was the last one off the dock when the firestorm came through the banyan tree and took everything with it.
Airlines are adding planes to help with evacuations while flights into Maui are canceled. Coming out later this morning, the Consumer Price Index with a look at inflation and weekly jobless claims. And singer Lizzo facing 6 new complaints from workers accusing her of operating a sexually charged environment and failing to make payroll. Lizzo and her team deny it. I'm Derek Dennis, ABC News.
Siding Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 6:31 from the WTMJ Breaking News Center. As those wildfires continue to burn in Hawaii, there's help for the island here at home. David Lau and Guy Ressler own Onokine Grinds in Wauwatosa. Lau is a Hawaiian native, while Ressler called the island's home for more than a decade. The two are using their restaurant and market to provide aid following the fires. Lau telling our news partners at TMJ4 it's been difficult to watch portions of his home state get destroyed.
It's heartbreaking. I find it's like an apocalypse, especially coming straight out of COVID. The businesses are just coming back up, and now it'll take a decade at least for it to come back up and redevelop.
Lau saying they will start donating 10% of their proceeds to the Red Cross to help with recovery efforts. A man wrongfully apprehended by Kenosha police now facing criminal charges himself. A video has since gone viral showing Kenosha police approaching a man and woman inside of an Applebee's after they were believed to be involved in a hit and run. Their interaction becoming more heated in the video. The man then attempts to leave and is taken down by police and handcuffed. It turns out the man was not involved in the alleged hit and run, and that suspect was eventually located in the bathroom of the restaurant and arrested. Now, the man on video has since been charged with disorderly conduct and resisting an officer. Kenosha PD says the incident is being internally investigated. A speeding ticket can have harsher consequences than you might realize.
Independent insurance agent Octavio Padilla tells TMJ4 News a ticket for speeding 10 miles over the limit can raise an insurance rate $100, and a driver would see that when their policy renews. But a ticket for speeding 20 miles over the limit can cost an extra $5,000 over 3 years, and a driver will not see their normal rate again for 5 years after being ticketed. Jack Graff, WTMJ News.
Milwaukee police also reminding drivers to be safe in school zones as back-to-school season begins again. State Patrol Inspector Nathan Lamb says there's a lot of unknowns in those areas.
It's really important that they go the speed limit when they're in the school zone because it could be anything. I mean, it could be kids, it could be teachers, it could be anyone walking around.
And speaking of school, getting more expensive to send your children back to it, in part due to inflation and in part due to students relying more on technology than ever before. According to the website gobankingrates.com, the average cost to send a student in pre-K back to school this fall, $117. Those costs jumped to around $140 for elementary school students and $185 for those in middle school. Items that cost the most according to the study, flash drives for laptops, headphones, and backpacks. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts, citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time 6:34.
Traffic sponsored by Sendik's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926.
Fresh, never frozen, and no additives ever. Sendik's natural boneless, skinless chicken breasts are just $3.99 per pound all this week. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
Coming up, a master musical storyteller passes away.
This report sponsored by Evans Transportation Services, one company for accounting, shipping, and tracking.
Evans Transportation is stoked for the Milwaukee baseball playoff push. After all, they're the complete player when it comes to logistics. But instead of being a 5-tool player, Evans is the ultimate three-tool logistics partner. When manufacturers have accounting, shipping, and tracking needs, they come to Evans. And for the record, Evans is happy to leave the stuff to the real players. They'll stick to logistics. Good luck to Milwaukee from Evans and Delafield. Find them at evanstrans.com.
When you're at State Fair this year, be sure to check out the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater, State Fair's largest free entertainment venue. Featuring acts like Kids from Wisconsin, Here Come the Mummies, and Pat McCurdy, Bank 5-9 is a proud sponsor of the fair and a proud supporter of the local Wisconsin communities they have served since 1859. So grab your bucket of lemonade or beer, something on a stick, and join Bank 5-9 between August 3rd and the 13th. Member FDIC.
Hey, this is WTMJ Steve Scafidi for Heiser Automotive. You know I love talking about Heiser. I am now driving a 2021 Lincoln Corsair all-wheel drive. Of course, perfect for all of Wisconsin's changing weathers. We all know about that weather. It is amazing, comfortable. I always say Lincolns have the best ride. 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty coverage. All of the great features of Lincoln, all available at one of their 5 great locations. Check it out. You can also go to Heiser.com, see all of their great pre-owned and new vehicles. Stop, online, always there for you, much more. Heiser.com. They have all the inventory you might need for any vehicle need you have. You could be in a vehicle as soon as tonight. Need your current vehicle serviced? Heiser has, as I said, 5 convenient locations. Get your vehicle ready for the upcoming summer season. Call for an appointment. Schedule online. They can fix body damage too, one of their great service centers. Make sure you visit Heiser.com for all your vehicle needs. That's why they say every day at Heiser, today's your day.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:37.
The Packers put the pads on in Cincinnati. Extra Points is next at 6:45. One of the best to ever do it. I've said for years, I discovered the band when I was in high school. My brothers actually played it, and he was one of the best to ever do it. Robbie Robertson has passed away, and if you don't know the name, you know the music. And if you don't know the band, go find some of them right now and play it. You'll love it. Robbie Robertson passes away. He was 80 years old. All kinds of music. I mean, he played with everybody. Played with Dylan. He also worked with Scorsese and was just a ridiculous writer. In fact, he is the reason why the band Nazareth has the band Nazareth. Because he wrote that in The Wait, that he pulled up the Nazareth, and they liked that song so much that they created their band name from that lyric from The Wait. So this guy passes away. It's worth enjoying his music for a half a minute because there's no one, there's a few people that are pretty good, but there's no one I think of his stature that is so unknown outside of the music world than Robbie Robertson. So one of the best to ever play the guitar. Robbie Robertson passing away at the age of 80 years old. Even honored last night by Springsteen in Wrigley.
Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned and shook my hand. No was all he said. Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. And you put the load right on me.
Welcome back to Ask Hassles. I'm Weston. What's your question?
I'm a numerologist. What's your favorite number?
48. Because right now at Hassles Mattress, you get 48 months interest-free financing on our 3 most popular Tempur-Pedic mattresses.
The number 48 is associated with stability.
Like the stability and comfort of Tempur-Pedic.
Abundance.
Like the abundance of sleep you'll enjoy with a Tempur-Pedic mattress from Hassles.
Prosperity and wealth.
Because you get a $300 MasterCard Rewards gift card with your select Tempur-Pedic purchase.
The number 48 is a sign that you have chosen the right path in life.
Just like you can choose your favorite Tempur-Pedic mattress at Hassles without commission-hungry salespeople breathing down your neck.
Really?
Yes.
Do you deliver?
Free next-day delivery.
I think 48 may be my favorite number too.
Enjoy 48 months interest-free financing on select Tempur-Pedic at Hassles Mattress. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at hassles.com.
Right now, at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, all jeans are on sale. Whether for fit, function, or fashion, we have unbeatable deals on your favorite brands for the whole family. Like all men's and women's Wrangler Western jeans, buy 2, get 1 free. Men's Wrangler 5-star jeans are $22.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. $10 off women's Lee Flex Motion straight leg jeans, $31.99. And men's Rustler jeans, $15.99. Just $14.99 for rewards members.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Hey, WTMJ's John Rourke here. When it comes to memory care and assisted living, you want a team that knows compassion and empathy. That's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. I know, my grandma was in assisted living. I have an aunt, one of my favorite aunts, right now in memory care. At Azura, they specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms. They provide additional daily living assistance for those with cognitive decline. 14 locations in Wisconsin, AzuraLiving.com, Wisconsin-based, family-owned. The teams I trust are at Azura. AzuraLiving.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management. It's time to know the difference, and Annex Wealth Management is ready to help with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary partner. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button.
Checking the roads at 641. It's Adam Roberts in for Debbie. Hey, Adam.
Hey, Eric, checking out one of my maps, one of my favorite maps, actually, and I'm seeing a lot of green, and that's why it's one of my favorites. No incidents, no delays across the system, and your travel times this morning are looking excellent all across the board. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast, beautiful summer weather on the way, a mostly sunny day with highs in the low 80s. Overnight, partly to mostly cloudy with lows in the mid-60s. Friday, we're watching the chance for rain and some thunderstorms, and a few of those storms could be on the strong side. We'll be watching that closely. Otherwise, a warm, humid, and breezy day with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Saturday, much nicer weather, mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid-80s. Sunday, a little cooler with highs in the upper 70s, partly cloudy. Could see a few showers by Sunday night, a little better chance for rain and some storms as we start next week. Monday, highs in the upper 70s. I'm meteorologist Kristen Kershane.
Right now in Milwaukee at 642, it's 66 degrees. Time to celebrate an everyday superhero. Everyday Hero presented by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. So yes, we like to celebrate the everyday hero. This is when we celebrate the average John or Jane Doe who had no idea that when they got up that morning that they'd be saving a life. Today we celebrate a man from New York. This is Hadley, New York, Saratoga County. His name is Devin Robarg. He's 18 years old. He saved 2 people from a Saratoga County river. Whitewater Rapids, the river got caught, taking a raft away. The raft deflated. 2 people stuck on a rock with crazy rivers, and he went down there.
So there was a raft that was wrapped around the rock, stuck from the water. There was one of the customers had been freed from the boat and was standing on top of the rock, and there was a younger girl that was stuck on the side, and she was the one that was trapped.
Yeah, so you had this young woman who was kind of trapped in the being pushed by the rock, and then you also had this guy standing on the rock. Again, this river just roaring, and he was able to get there.
The girl's leg was pretty well stuck on the rock, and I actually thought that her leg was broken because of the amount of water pressure that was on her leg from the side of the raft.
So he waited there and helped as officials were able to get there. He helped make that happen. Again, this river was moving.
Anytime you're in fast-moving water, there's 4,000 cubic feet of water per second coming down through this river, so it's incredibly powerful.
So congratulations and thank you to Devin Robarg, 18 years old. My favorite part of this story, that audio courtesy of News 10 there in Hadley, New York, is the reporter talking about the woman who we thought maybe had a broken leg. Apparently she's okay, and here's how we know.
Devin says he is now close to the woman he helped save. She did not want to talk about it at this time, but he tells me she is okay, a little banged up, with no major injuries.
So what does that mean when he says...
Devin says he is now close to the woman he helped save.
So, did he use that? Like when they were on the rock together? So, do you want to go see Oppenheimer? Like, how are they close? Is there like a date? And does she know that they're close? She's like, wait, what are you talking about? All I said was thank you. Everyday Superhero presented by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. I only texted you once, Devin. Back off.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. There's free pizza today at the Amazing Mineshaft restaurant in Hartford. Seriously, it is free. Coaches, managers, business owners. Check this out. Every Thursday when you buy one pizza, you get a second pizza free. Buy 5 pizzas, get 5 free. You know how this goes. Buy 10, get 10 free. Any size, any quantity. So bring in your soccer, baseball, basketball, or tennis team, your club organization after practice, or game today for that free pizza. Your kids are going to love that world-class game room. It's fun. It's affordable. Team bonding, what a great idea. Bring in pizza for your loyal employees today. They're going to love it, and half your pizzas are free. You're going to love that. The Mineshaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh, just off the interstate. Stop today for your free pizza with your family, with your employees. I love the pepperoni at the Mineshaft. It's the real deal. The Friday Cod Fish Fry is all you can eat. It's under $10. It's the best fish fry value anywhere. Order your pizza now. Pick it up shortly. Visit MineShaftRestaurant.com. It's the Mineshaft.
For your new roof, we'll give you the hands-down best lifetime workmanship warranty in the industry. You can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
Mark Canha scored the winning run in the bottom of the 10th inning as the NL Central leading Milwaukee Brewers beat the Colorado Rockies 7-6 on Wednesday afternoon to secure their 62nd win of the season. With the victory, the Brewers now leading the NL Central by 2.5 games over the Cubs and the Reds. No game today for Milwaukee as they will begin a 9-game road trip starting tomorrow against the White Sox. The Packers are in Cincinnati this week to begin their preseason. The two teams held a joint practice on Wednesday afternoon before kicking off week 1 of the preseason, which will begin on Friday night. And lastly, former Las Vegas Raiders receiver Henry Ruggs was sentenced Wednesday to 3 to 10 years in prison for a 2021 drunken driving crash that killed a Las Vegas woman and her dog.
It's time for Extra Points, a sports opinion commentary on Wisconsin's morning news. Here's Brendan Snide.
It's officially that time of year here in Milwaukee and all throughout baseball. Whether you were aware of it or not, the race for October got underway this week, and especially for our Brew Crew. As it stands right now, it is a 3-team race in the division, with the surging Cubs starting to cool off a bit as they have just lost 2 out of 3 in New York, and the Reds, who seemingly can't find a win in August. The Brewers just wrapped up a roller coaster of a series with one of the worst teams in baseball, winning 2 out of 3 at home before they head out on a crucial 9-game road trip. From here on out, get ready, Brewers fans. Every game will feel like it matters more and more as the days start to count down to fall, school's back in session, and believe me, that's a good thing. Please don't ever lose sight of that and what it means to be a contender year in and year out. As tight as the division race is this season, the Brewers, in my opinion, are just one hot streak away from walking away with the NL Central Division crown. Over the last 10 games, the Brewers are sitting right at 500 with 5 wins and 5 losses, still leading the division by 2.5 games. As frustrating as this season has been at times, and, well, let's be honest, it's been a roller coaster of a season. If this team can find a way to dig out of their offensive struggles, let's say in the next 2 weeks with this pitching, this team could easily speed off with the division and cruise into another title. Each game matters, each win and each loss are magnified under the scope of criticism. It doesn't matter from here on out how it happens at this point of the season. A win is a win.
Couldn't make it to the game?
Here, try this.
If you live in Milwaukee, Racine, Waukesha, Ozaukee, or Washington County,
Get up!
you can stream Bob Uecker and the Brewers on your phone, tablet, or computer.
Struck him out looking.
Using the WTMJ app or at WTMJ.com.
A little different from when you played, Ueck. Yeah, those big old payphones we had. Ah, man.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Let's talk about the birds and the bees. Wait, don't hang up. We're talking nature. We want to keep all of that out of your house, right? For the record, I am talking about bugs and birds. The beauty of the 250 series from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is that they have these exclusive hidden screens which can stay inside the window while you're not using it. So no obstructed views. How brilliant is that? You can retire that fly swatter and have a beautiful outdoor view whenever the screens aren't needed. Also within the 250 series line, Pella's outstanding patio doors. That's the kind I'm getting installed in my family room. Coming up, it's got the built-in screen and the hideaway blinds as well. If you bundle and save 250 series patio door, 8 double-hung windows with exclusive hidden screens. Pay as low as $188 per month. Now, that's a good deal. Visit PellaWI.com today. Certain restrictions apply. See showroom for details. Offer ends 8/31/23.
Thrifters can spot great deals from a mile away. And here the term great deal is an understatement. The lowest prices on men's, women's, and children's clothing. Toys, furniture, housewares, jewelry, and accessories. Bikes, books, games, and more. And every time you're here, you'll find something new. So if you're thrifty, you'll find this place is pretty nifty. St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores, Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, and 23rd and Lincoln in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Musingers and baseball, 140 years in the sausage business. That's a long time to be making sausage, isn't it, folks? 140 years. I wear brat skins for gloves during the off season, down low and away, and it's 3-0 now.
6:51.
It's like it's always a movie with that guy. And low and away.
How are the roads?
Well, Eric, they're pretty good for the most part. Got a little bit of light volume forming around Watertown Plank Road on 41 just north of the zoo, as is typical this time of morning. Rest of the system, though, is looking pretty good. Now, if that changes and you see something while you are out on the roads that we should know about here in the traffic center, I want you to give me a call on the WTMJ Hall Mazda traffic tip line. That number, 414-238-9329. Rediscover the road at Hall Mazda during Mazda's season of discovery. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Forecast is sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Nice day today. Sunny, a high of 83. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy and a low of 65. Heads up tomorrow. Tomorrow could get dicey. Showers and storms likely, especially later on in the day. Some of those storms could be strong tomorrow. A high of 86. Saturday, dry. High of 84. Sunday, a chance for rain, possibly a high of 79. Right now in Milwaukee at 6:52, it is 66 degrees. Big news coming from the Wisconsin Dells. The country's tallest water slide will open at Mount Olympus Water and Theme Park in the Dells next year. The Rise of Icarus joining us in studio, ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta. Are you a water slide person? Will you take part in the Rise of Icarus?
So, good morning, guys. I will if we go to the Wisconsin Dells. We haven't been in a while,
okay.
And we need to. Our girls are 5 and 3, so I feel like we need to hit that like sweet spot of ages. They can't swim yet either, so talk about a mom fail.
You're a lazy river person right now.
So here's the thing. I have done the world's fastest roller coaster when I was in Abu Dhabi, and that sucker just shoots you out. I think it's up to like 120 miles per hour, something insane like that, just for the straightaway. And then the rest of it's pretty much like a roller coaster, regular roller coaster.
Sure.
And when we were in Germany this past June, we went to the world's largest indoor water park. And I bring that up because at the world's largest indoor water park, it's where they used to build the Hindenburgs, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
They repurposed it as a water park. Anyway, they have these really tall water slides. And I get a little claustrophobic, guys. So tight spaces, like a water slide tube, intimidates me a little bit.
Okay.
And so I'm standing in the line. My husband and I are going to race down these tubes that are next to each other, these water slide tubes. And I chickened out. I was like, nope. I had a panic attack, where I was got very uncomfortable. So I calmed myself down, got back on, and then I ended up counting through the water slide. And I was on that water slide for a good 57 seconds.
Wow.
To me, that's what matters more than the height. Because you can have a really tall water slide that goes straight down and be off it in 16 seconds,
That's
20
a good point.
seconds. But you get the windy, zig and zag and da-da-da, and all of a sudden you're on it for a minute or so.
See, I like
so that to me is
And that's what this one
difference.
is. Looking at the renderings of it, it's like a cylindrical piece in the middle, and the water slide wraps around it. So it looks like you'd be on there for quite a while.
So the Rise of Icarus Tower, the Journal Sentinel's got the specs, will include 5 single-rider body slides. 4 of them will be 60 feet tall, the tallest rising 145 feet into the air, which I Doing the math here, I think that's like about 50 yards.
Yeah, 48.3 yards.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Just to be exact. We like to be exact here.
So I like what you're saying, Jen, because that idea of the length actually intrigues me more than being higher in the air.
Sure.
Because then you can enjoy the ride a little bit longer.
And you're just on it for a really long time, right? We talk about when you go to like a theme park and you wait in line and how the ratio of the time you wait has to make sense for the time you're on the ride. Like there's a new ride at Disney World, I think it's Tron, which is great. It's innovative, it's different. You're on a motorcycle, right?
Sounds awesome.
But it's literally like a minute and a half, and then you're like, thanks for coming. See you later. And you're like, well, that wasn't worth the wait.
Here's my problem with this ride. It's called The Rise of Icarus.
Oh, yeah.
And Icarus, if people don't know, is about a mythical god who gets wings and enjoys his wings so much that he flies so close to the sun that they melt and he falls to his peril. Why are we building a ride called The Rise of Icarus, which we're touting as the tallest ride in the country? We're trying to get to the sun,
like to
so
tempt fate,
maybe.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And I don't know if a lot of people know the story of Icarus, but Icarus, I feel like, has been quoted or at least mentioned a lot of times in song.
Yeah.
Right? When they talk about people like going too far or taking too many risks, they talk about Icarus who flew too close to the sun. Is there something else that you think it should be named?
That's a great question.
Tall slide? Something, not Icarus. I don't know.
Monster Tower.
Tall slide. There we go. You know what? We ran out of all of the ideas.
Yes.
It's better than Icarus.
Right.
State the obvious.
Medusa's tongue or something. I don't know. They got weird ones over there. All right. Jen Letta from ESPN Milwaukee. You got a show to do.
Yes.
Let you get to it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Have a great one.
6:57 business headlines now, sponsored by Old National Bank. Get old. Here is the Milwaukee Business Journal's Sean Ryan.
Attention pickleballers. A new indoor business called Pickleball Kingdom is securing its first Wisconsin location in Brookfield with plans to open early next year. The owners of local food truck The Spicy Taco have opened a permanent restaurant in West Dallas. The truck will continue operating at its usual spot near 27th and Howard. Healthcare firm Shine Technology says it will lay off about 60 people in Wisconsin just as it approaches the opening of a new facility in its hometown of Janesville. It blamed market forces and cash flow issues for the layoffs. This is Sean Ryan with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
Need a new bank for your small business? How about an old one? For a limited time, you can earn up to a $500 cash bonus when you open a free or basic business checking account with Old National. So think big when it comes to your small business and choose a bank where relationships and results have mattered for nearly 200 years. Visit a local banking center or learn more at oldnational.com/success today. Complete qualifying activities within 60 days of account opening. $50 minimum initial deposit required. Account must remain open 120 days. Member FDIC. Old National Bank. Get old.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
I'd been living with a snoring problem nearly my entire life. In fact, I can remember my mother teasing me, saying that I'd snore so loudly that the walls of our house would cave in with each breath.
Fast forward only recently, when Jessica's snoring forced her husband out of their bed and into another room. It's a pretty common situation. We call it a sleep divorce, and that's not good. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula with Advent. After Jessica had a thorough breathing triangle evaluation, we found that her snoring problem required a simple solution. In-office balloon sinuplasty. It's a 20-minute procedure, and it works. You won't find it offered by Big Box Healthcare, but you will find it at Advent, where we offer every effective snoring and sleep apnea solution available. You can hear more of Jessica's story at adventknowsjessica.com and take your first step towards breathing well so you can live better.
Breathe well with simple solutions. AdventKnows.com.
Results may vary.
Your locally owned hometown station gives you the news and what it means to you. Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
7 o'clock, I'm Eric Bilstead. This is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, August 10th. Your top story, dozens dead as wildfires tear through Hawaii.
I'm Mike Spalding. Kenosha police face public backlash.
I'm Brandon Snide. The Brewers walk it off as their lead begins to grow.
I'm Adam Roberts, taking a look at the roads. Your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic. Looks like our slowdowns are stretching through Watertown Plank all the way back to the zoo on 41 northbound, adding a couple of extra minutes as you head out of the zoo towards Highway Q. We also got our usual construction zone traffic on 43. The northbound side is the trouble spot right now from about north to around Keefe. And we also have a bit of a slowdown on 94 westbound. In Waukesha County, it's right around Moorland and stretching back to Sunny Slope, some delays. They've turned the traffic cams off, the DOT has, so I'm not able to see what is causing the delay. It does not look like they have an incident on the board just yet, but the backups are starting to stretch now past Sunny Slope, going towards Elm Grove. So if you're headed on 94 westbound, just be mindful of that. We'll work to get more information as it becomes available. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Sunny today, a high of 83 tonight, partly to mostly cloudy and a low of 65. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 7:01. It is 68 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, the death toll now 36 on the Hawaiian island of Maui. This as devastating wildfires tear through several communities there. ABC's Gio Benitez.
There have been very high winds here, which are stemming from Hurricane Dora. That's another reason this sort of took a lot of people by surprise, because Hurricane Dora actually passed far to the south of the islands. But the winds that stemmed from the hurricane were much stronger than expected in Maui.
These fires just devastating and ripping through the historic town of Lahaina. Officials say it's difficult to determine the true extent of the damage so far. Many saying that area is leveled.
There are some local efforts here from southeast Wisconsin aimed at helping those displaced by those wildfires. TMJ4's Sarah McGrew.
Guy Raisler and David Lau bring the aloha spirit to southeast Wisconsin at their Hawaiian marketplace, Onokine Grinds.
We have lots and lots of the world's best coffees, and that I'm very worried about, yes.
Now from miles away, they're watching in horror as a place they consider home burns.
It's heartbreaking. I find it's like an apocalypse.
Now David and Guy are asking their community in Wisconsin to help support their community in Hawaii.
We encourage you to donate, open up your hearts.
And if you're looking to help the people of Hawaii, the owners say they'll donate 10% of their proceeds to the local Red Cross there.
The man wrongfully apprehended by Kenosha police is now facing criminal charges himself. This comes from a video that's since gone viral. It shows Kenosha police approaching a man and woman inside of an Applebee's after they were believed to be involved in a hit and run. Their interaction becomes more heated. The man attempts to leave and is taken down by police and handcuffed. Now, it turns out that this man was not involved in the alleged hit and run and that the suspect was eventually located hiding in a bathroom of the restaurant. The man on video has since been charged with disorderly conduct and of resisting an officer. Kenosha police says it is continuing to investigate the matter internally.
In Utah, a man shot and killed by the FBI. That shooting happening in Provo. Law enforcement telling ABC News the man was threatening to assassinate the president.
Authorities say 75-year-old Craig Robertson had made credible threats, posting to social media, quote, "I hear Biden is coming to Utah, digging out my old ghillie suit and cleaning the dust off the M24 sniper rifle. Welcome, buffoon-in-chief." A federal complaint reveals dozens of Robertson's posts, including pictures of an arsenal of weapons, images of Robertson dressed in camouflage, armed with a rifle, and multiple references to killing the president. The FBI says its investigation also uncovered threats against other Democrats and against law enforcement officials overseeing court cases against former President Trump.
That's ABC's Adam Dimberg. The president, meanwhile, is scheduled to be in Utah for an event this afternoon.
Assassination in Ecuador. An Ecuadorian presidential candidate known for speaking up against cartels and corruption was shot and killed at a political rally in the capital. Ecuadorian President Guillermo Lasso confirming the assassination of Fernando Villavicencio and suggested that organized crime was behind the murder. This comes less than 2 weeks before the presidential election. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:04. Coming up, a local brewery getting some national recognition.
Does your knee pain keep getting worse? How about that pain in your shoulder or hip or back? Well, don't let them tell you steroids and surgery are your only option. Take my advice now and call QC Kinetics. Hey, it's Greg Matzik. QC Kinetics can make that pain go away with all natural advanced regenerative medicine. They're helping people here in Milwaukee every day with these amazing natural treatments that restore and repair damaged joint tissue. It's like turning back the clock. Regenerative medicine uses concentrated healing agents from your own body to stimulate that damaged tissue in your joints so they can work like they're supposed to. And there's zero downtime. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in this exciting medical breakthrough, and patients here are getting real lasting relief and saying no to surgery and drugs. If you have pain due to injury or arthritis, this is a remarkable option that you need to check out, and the consultation is free. Call QC Kinetics now at 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
At Erickson's Landscape Supply, we have durable, maintenance-free polywood patio furniture and #1 grade treated natural pine Amish-made patio furniture. And we also have a wonderful assortment of concrete benches, statues, and fountains available in a selection you just gotta see to believe. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less, plus a whole lot more. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection or stop on in today. He told us to load 4 yards into his 8-foot bed, but we knew that 3 full, honestly measured yards were going to fill his truck bed to the rim. After we proved that, he told us the other guys have been telling him he's been getting 4 yards in there for years. Honest measurements and honest folks who just want to do you right. So you come back. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
At Staples, school savings are always in session, from art supplies and essentials to the latest tech. In stock and priced low. School on, save on at your local Staples store.
Get your rock solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at ACCUNET.com.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:06.
Putting on the green and gold pads in Cincinnati. Brandon Snides got sports at 7:15.
A brief extension filed for some former military members to apply for service-related medical care.
The VA is giving veterans who might have been exposed to toxic burn pits several more days to apply for retroactive health benefits under the so-called PACT Act. Instead of last night, the new deadline is now next Monday. Good news for many, including retired Army Staff Sergeant Dan Nevins.
I lost both legs as a result of my service. I lived with a traumatic brain injury. And in those moments, I'm like, I'd never even considered all long-term ramifications from toxic exposure. It wasn't even on my radar.
It has also been linked to several forms of cancer. Tom Foti, CBS News, Washington.
A nuclear research company, Shine Technologies, has laid off 59 workers at plants in Janesville and in Beloit. The Milwaukee Business Journal reporting the company citing cash flow and other market issues as the reasons for those layoffs. These terminations taking place just before a new Janesville facility will be opened dedicated to producing medical isotopes for cancer treatment.
A milling company in northwest Wisconsin set to pay out nearly $1 million to the Department of Justice in the state of Wisconsin. This after the DOJ announced that Didion Milling and Didion Ethanol settled with the state over a number of violations, including a failure to control emissions, detect leaks, and keep accurate records. Back in 2017, an explosion at the company's facility in Cambria killed 5 people, also led to criminal charges against 6.
National recognition for a Milwaukee brewery.
USA Today has named Pilot Project, located in Milwaukee's Brewery District, as the #1 beer bar in the United States. The company, with locations in Milwaukee and Chicago, serves as a brewery incubator with a regularly rotating list of beers on tap. Pilot Project acquired their 70,000 square foot facility in Milwaukee after Milwaukee Brewing Company vacated the site in August of 2022. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
So you just enjoyed this brewery, is that right?
Yeah, it was just there. It's a beautiful location. So it's up in by Pabst up there. Yeah. So when you go, you can overlook basically downtown Milwaukee. They have a beautiful outdoor space, and the food, phenomenal.
Not bad. All right, sounds good. 7:09.
This report is sponsored by Siding Unlimited. It's siding and a whole lot more. SidingUnlimited.com.
Your home is your biggest investment, and you live in it. So when you invest in it, you want the best. The best windows, the best roofing, the best deck. Where do you look? Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited, you ask? For windows, roofs, and decks? Yes. Siding Unlimited is the best installer of windows, roofs, and decks. They also are the best with siding. Prove it, you demand. Good point. Well, Siding Unlimited has the manufacturer's awards and customer satisfaction history to prove it. In fact, Pella Window named Siding Unlimited their Platinum Elite Contractor of the Year in the entire country 3 years in a row. What's so great about Siding Unlimited? Well, honest pricing, devoted American craftsmen, integrity. You want the best, and Siding Unlimited is it. Windows, roofs, decks, and Siding Unlimited. SidingUnlimited.com.
.710 traffic and weather. We'll start with the roads first. Adam Roberts in for Debbie Lazaga.
Good morning, Eric. Got a little bit of clarification from a caller to our tip line about what's causing the slowdowns on 94 westbound. The caller reporting that a semi-truck is being towed, and that has backup stretching from about Moreland all the way to Elm Grove Road. We'll continue to look into this as those delays start to spread, as well as the rest of the system, looking all right. Those slowdowns are on Watertown Plank Road on 41 northbound have lightened up a bit, and construction zone traffic on 43 north and south is actually not too bad either. You might notice it as you head south of Capitol Drive towards the Marquette, but other than that, the system is still looking quite good overall. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. Lots of sunshine today with high temperatures in the low 80s. Overnight, mid-60s with partly to mostly cloudy skies. On Friday, we're monitoring rain showers and thunderstorms. A few of those storms could be on the strong side. Outside of rain and storms, it will be a warm and a humid day with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Saturday, mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 80s. Sunday, looks like a good day, partly cloudy, maybe a few showers by Sunday night, highs in the upper 70s. And Monday, another chance for rain and storms, breezy with highs in the upper 70s. For TMJ4 News, I'm meteorologist Kristen Kershane.
Right now in Milwaukee, 67 at 712.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. In for Vince Petrano, here's Eric Bilstad.
Vince returns on Monday. Mike Spalding is here. Debbie Lazaga also back Monday. We have Adam Roberts in on roads. Brandon Snide's got your sports, and Greg Pancake Hill producing the big program. Vince, I got some bad news about Vetrano. He hurt himself water skiing. He posted on social about it. He let us know a couple of days ago, and I'm not getting the impression from our interactions that he's feeling much better. He told us yesterday he needs help putting socks on. So hopefully by Monday he's doing better, but I know he hurt himself. He's trying to impress the kids on the old water skis, and he had a wipeout that may have torn something.
Can we just say, though, he was scheduled to be off this week?
Yes, yeah. He's vacationing, or at least hopefully he's enjoying himself.
He's sitting right now in a lawn chair, I'm pretty sure.
So will he or won't he? There's been a lot of talk. So we're less than 2 weeks now from the GOP presidential primary debate, which is going to be held at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. A lot of talk about whether or not the front runner, former President Donald Trump, will be there. Well, during a new interview overnight, the former president says he will not sign a pledge to support the Republican nominee if he loses the primary. By saying that, it suggests that he doesn't plan on participating in the debate because the pledge is a requirement for attending that, okay, if you're going to attend this debate, then you got to stand by whoever ends up being the nominee. And he says, no, there's like 3 or 4 that I really don't like. I'm not going to support them. So that would indicate, at least as of now, that he's not going to show up. I really honestly don't think that matters. I think even if he says, no, I'm not going to support it, but I still will come, I have a feeling he'll still end up on that stage. The former president says he'll likely make an announcement next week.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And plus, okay, so he signed, even if he signed the pledge, what does that mean?
Right.
Like, you're not under oath.
He's going to do what he wants to do.
Exactly.
Right.
They're going to just allow him to do whatever.
The Packers get ready for their first preseason game. They're in Cincinnati already, and perhaps a scrum or two in practice. Sports brought to you by Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. It's next. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson in Oconomowoc, your destination dealer.
It's still summer in Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Harley-Davidson in Oconomowoc has you covered for fun in the sun. From bike nights to Saturday rides, or maybe just some retail therapy like a new motorcycle, or just a little something for yourself, there's always something going on. Check out Wisconsin Harley-Davidson at WISHD.com and like and follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and online at WISHD.com. Don't just see the world. Feel it right here, right now. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
When you're at State Fair this year, be sure to check out the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater, State Fair's largest free entertainment venue. Featuring acts like Kids from Wisconsin, Here Come the Mummies, and Pat McCurdy, Bank 5-9 is a proud sponsor of the fair and a proud supporter of the local Wisconsin communities they have served since 1859. So grab your bucket of lemonade or beer, something on a stick, and join Bank 5-9 between August 3rd and the 13th. Member FDIC.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. Your family, your memories, our priority. Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
The NFL preseason is officially in full swing. Green Bay and Cincinnati holding joint practice on Wednesday as the two teams are set to kick off week one of the preseason on Friday night. Unlike years past, could the starting quarterback in Green Bay see some playing time this year in the preseason?
Yeah, the plan, get a couple series out there. I'm not sure how many yet. Said we were going to kind of base it off practice, how it went. But yeah, I'm excited. I definitely want to be out there, get some reps, just get back into the game mode.
The Packers and Bengals are all set to kick off Friday night beginning around 6 p.m. Over to the Diamond, Mark Canha scored the winning run in the bottom of the 10th inning as the NL Central leading Milwaukee Brewers beat the Colorado Rockies by a final score of 7-6 on Wednesday afternoon to secure their 62nd win of the season.
Lawrence, the pitch. Chopper, left side. Big hop for the shortstop, Tovar. Throw to first is low, and it gets past Tolia, and the Brewers win it. Tolia couldn't dig it out, and the Brewers walk it off in the bottom of the 10th. 7-6 your final.
Lane Grindle on the call there as the Brewers take home the victory. The even better news following the win, both the Cubs and Reds losing on Wednesday, meaning Milwaukee gained a game in the standings on each of those teams, moving their lead to 2.5 games in the race for the National League Central Division crown. Brewers with an off day today. They will head out on a 9-game road trip that starts in Chicago against the White Sox on Friday night. And lastly, we'll stay within baseball here. History made in Philadelphia last night as Philly starter Michael Lorenzen tossed 124 pitches en route to throwing the 14th no-hitter in Philly's franchise history. Eric, you think you could throw 124 pitches?
I can throw 120.
You'd be like Vince trying to put on socks.
They wouldn't be strikes.
It wouldn't work. 124 pitches. I believe that is the MLB record.
Wow. There you go.
That's a big night for him.
Speaking of baseball, Euchre in peak form yesterday during the game.
Flock of birds just flew by our broadcast booth here.
They almost came all the way in.
Yeah. Waiting on Tippi Hedren. She was in there, too. See her walking by here, we'll be in trouble.
So glad that I have Google, because I had to Google Tippi Hedren, and now I know she was in the birds.
Yes.
He was in a goofy mood. Also got into brats there early in the game.
Huesingers and baseball, 140 years in the sausage business. That's a long time to be making sausage. Isn't it, folks? 140 years. I wear Bratz skins for gloves during the off-season. Down low and away, and it's 3-0 now. Finger gloves, they call them.
Really?
Yeah. Just for the, before it starts freezing.
Are you ready to play ball? Grab your bat and put on your helmet for virtual baseball with Sandy Max and Steve Scafidi. Every Friday at 10:35 on WTMJ Now. Compete with other WTMJ listeners.
2 at-bats left. You can do this. It's going to require some big hits, though.
And you could win a WTMJ prize package. It's virtual baseball on WTMJ Now. Brought to you by Signing Unlimited.
Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. My guy Vince Vetrano did this, and he suggested it to me, and it was a phenomenal idea. A worry-free roof tune-up from Tri-County Contracting. This family-owned business, they've been at it for more than 40 years. They do the roofs, and sometimes you don't actually need a brand-new roof. Obviously, there's times when that's appropriate, but oftentimes, like me, my house is 20 plus years old, original roof on it. I think it's okay, but instead of trying to go for the whole thing, why not get the worry-free roof tune-up? So then they go up there. Chuck was up there, Tony, and the crew, they looked up and they replaced a few things that they found that there were issues with, some shingles that need to be replaced. They inspect the whole roof. They remove and replace rubber collars. They do caulking. They do things that your roof needs, not to be replaced, but to keep it living appropriately. The worry-free roof tune-up. It's a phenomenal way to make sure that you're living with peace of mind in your home. Trust Tri-County Contracting. The website, TriCountyContractingWI.com. Again, TriCountyContractingWI.com.
Hey, boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Got an old boat, a new boat in between. Kendor Marine. Upholstery and parts, hard to find things. Kendor Marine. Hey, boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Everything you need but the water. Hey, boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water. Like a boat-loving kid in a candy store. Kendor Marine. If you have a question, we have the expertise at Kendor Marine. Hey, boaters, cruise to Kendor Marine. We've got everything you need but the water.
Easy to find at 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin or at KendorMarine.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Evans Transportation Services. Thank heavens for Evans. Rely on one company for accounting, shipping, and tracking. Evans Transportation Services. Family owned for 40 years and continuing to grow. Evans Transportation Services in Brookfield.
Traffic and weather at 7:21. Good morning, Adam Roberts.
Good morning, Eric Bilstad. Those backups on 94 westbound due to what a caller to the tip line has reported is a semi-truck being towed. Those backups are starting to stretch all the way near Highway 100 right now. They start at about Moreland. So if you're headed west out of the zoo, be mindful that some of those backups really starting to get to you closer to the main network of the system. Elsewhere, we are looking good overall. Some construction zone traffic as you head on 43 southbound. You'll notice it between Keefe and North predominantly at this point, adding a couple of extra minutes to your drive. Currently, as I look over my travel time, southbound Brown Deer to downtown is at 13 minutes right now, an extra 3. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Sunny today, a high of 83. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, a low of 65. Friday, be weather aware tomorrow. Scattered showers and storms are likely, especially late on Friday. Some of those storms may be strong. A high of 86 tomorrow. Saturday, sunny, a high of 84. Sunday, partly cloudy. Chance for rain late in the day. Sunday, a high of 79. Monday, rain in the forecast, a high of 77. Right now, in Milwaukee, it is 67 at 7:22. Wisconsin's Morning News with Vince Vetrano. Vince is back Monday. Eric Bilstead along with Mike Spalding, keeping our eye on the Hawaii situation.
What happened in West Maui is devastating, absolutely devastating. So for Lahaina, Ka'anapali, Kapalua, it's really, really sad.
Lahaina is basically gone. Hawaiian officials say at least 36 people dead, dozens injured after these devastating wildfires, wind-driven wildfires from the hurricane that rolled through there. You're looking at 85-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and even worse at times, causing just apocalyptic-like results.
It was pandemonium. It was maybe 15, 20 feet of visibility. This lady comes walking out of the smoke, just covered in soot, no shoes, walking aimlessly with 2 dogs kind of like following her.
So that is a witness who was on scene there when this was all playing out. So here's where we're at now, Mike. We have at least 36 killed, more than 11,000 customers without power. None of them are able to use the phones. I mean, the cell service at this point is nothing. Most of those fires are fueled from Hurricane Dora. And by the way, the Big Island is not out of the woods either. There could be some impacts from the winds there still upcoming from all of this. Now the big question is, how do you get people out of there? You have people coming in, you have some media coming in to help report on this, you have help coming in, but then you also have all these tourists who are trying to leave.
We're trying to make sure that we discourage, of course, any travel to Maui that's unnecessary, but also trying to get the travelers who need to leave off the island. today we got about a little over 11,000 travelers out of Maui. If we add in the airline personnel, it's 11,400 or so.
So that is the Ed Sniffen. He's the director of the Hawaii State Department of Transportation, speaking at a news conference as they're trying to help figure out this situation. I mean, you're talking about an area that is paradise. You know, you're talking about an area that doesn't usually get a lot of attention like this by any means, and now you're trying to evacuate thousands and thousands of people, some of them who have nothing left, lost their homes.
You know, and not to mention just the size of the island. It's like 48 miles long, I think, and 25 miles at its widest. And if you can, you know, Google Maps actually has a pretty good kind of radar of what these fires are doing and where they're at. So there's actually 3 different locations of these fires, and at 80-plus mile-an-hour winds, we see what's happening in Canada, what has been happening in Canada seemingly all summer with wildfires, and they don't have winds anywhere near that. So, yeah, to talk about what islands are kind of right around there as well, including Honolulu, definitely not out of the woods yet. And when you hear people talk about what their fears are, those are like what their biggest fears is, that this just hops from island to island.
Right. The transportation director mentioned airlines you heard in that soundbite we played. He talks a little bit more about what those airlines are now doing to assist.
Alaska, Delta, United, and American have increased capacity by bringing in larger planes to ensure we get more seats to get more people off the island. Southwest has dropped their fares and increased their service. And Hawaiian is still operating, and they'll be operating until 2 a.m. today to make sure we can get as many people off of Maui as possible.
So again, this is Lahaina is the main resort town that people may know the most, because that's a pretty popular one there in the island of Maui. This is north of the Big Island. Thousands now being forced to evacuate. And I wanted to play this soundbite before we get to the business headlines. This is from ABC's Gio Benitez, who is there, just kind of setting the scene of how awful this is.
You have this major tourist center, the heartbeat of Maui, you would call it, Lahaina town, just gone. Every boat that's in the harbor, that's gone. There's a famous banyan tree that's just beloved by tourists and locals alike. That's gone as well. So this is going to take so much rebuilding. One local who escaped the fire, he told me, Maui will never be the same.
News about your money now in the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Hour away from the bell, and the futures look good. The Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P futures are all up 1 hour before they open everything up on Wall Street. Annex Wealth Management. Go to annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button today.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzek telling you about the ultimate hangout for hounds and humans. It's the Hounds and Tap in Menominee Falls. It's a state-of-the-art facility providing doggy daycare, boarding, and professional grooming services all on site. Hang out with your dog or without and enjoy time at their indoor-outdoor tavern connected to the dog park. Fun, happy, clean, and safe. They even have trained handlers on site at all times. Visit thehoundsandtap.com for more details. That's thehoundsandtap.com.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Don't think twice. Call Geis. Garage door broke. Do it right. Don't think twice. Call Geis. Need a new garage door. Do it right. Don't think twice. Call Geis.
A great way to add value and curb appeal to your home is with a new CHI maintenance-free garage door. In fact, a recent study by Remodelers Magazine reports that the average return on investment is an amazing 82%, ranking #1 among all home improvement projects. To see our huge selection of doors, come visit us at our Brookfield location or view our online showroom at geisdoors.com. We have everything from alley doors to custom wood designer doors and everything in between. Remember, for all your garage door needs, call Geis at 262-784-4250 or visit us online at geisdoors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geis. Don't think twice. Call Geis.
My husband and I had a sleep divorce. My snoring was so loud, it forced him onto the living room couch. I loved Advent. The procedure was only about 20 minutes. I am not snoring anymore.
Results may vary.
Just a bit before 7:30, I'm Adam Roberts. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. It's Thursday, August 10th. Your top story, a local duo hoping to help Hawaiians in need. Taking a look at your roads, your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic. That backup on 94 westbound really starting to stretch back now. A caller reporting in a semi-truck being towed, and that has things backed up from Moreland Road all the way now stretching past Highway 100 near the zoo. And we're working to see if any work is being done to get that get that semi-truck towed out of the way to get those backups cleared. Also 43 southbound right around Capitol Drive through the construction zone. That is looking a bit long as well. And a quick note on travel times on 94 westbound from the zoo to Highway 16. That is currently running you about 16 minutes, an extra 6 minutes or so on your drive. It's currently 68 degrees in Milwaukee.
More could be dead in the devastating 6 lives lost so far, and this morning firefighters are still trying to gain the upper hand.
We're also hoping that these winds die down just a little bit so that we can get those wildfires contained right now, because right now they are not contained. So there is concern about what that means for people here on Maui if those wildfires spread even farther.
ABC's Gio Benitez in hard-hit Lahaina. Nearly 300 buildings have burned. What's left of them still need to be searched. Airlines adding planes to help with evacuations while flights into Maui are canceled. Classes are canceled till Monday for Louisville, Kentucky area schools after the first day of classes yesterday saw school buses running severely late. Last night, the last student was dropped off just before 10 p.m. School officials working to sort out the bus routes. A couple of key readings on the U.S. economy due out this morning. The Consumer Price Index with a look at inflation and weekly jobless claims. I'm Derek Dennis, ABC News.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 7:31. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, help for Hawaii coming from right here at home. David Lau and Guy Ressler own Onokine Grinds in Wauwatosa. Lau is a Hawaiian native, while Ressler called the islands home for more than a decade. The two using their restaurant and market to provide aid following the fires devastating the islands. Lau telling our news partners at TMJ4 it's been difficult to watch portions of his home state get destroyed.
It's heartbreaking. I find it's like an apocalypse, especially coming straight out of COVID. The businesses are just coming back up, and now it'll take a decade at least for it to come back up and redevelop.
Lau saying they will start donating 10% of their proceeds to the Red Cross to help with recovery efforts. A new era on the Wisconsin Supreme Court could eventually mean new voting maps in the Badger State. The swearing in of Judge Protasevich to the state's high court, giving the bench a liberal lean for the first time in more than a decade. Governor Tony Evers telling WTMJ Now this week he is fairly confident redistricting will become reality.
This is a 50-50 state. Those maps will look 50-50, and I think that will be a relief for the people of Wisconsin, because suddenly the folks in the middle have more authority, more power, and more voice on the Republican side and the Democratic side.
A pair of lawsuits have been filed challenging the state's current election boundaries since Protasevich was sworn in last week. Both lawsuits only challenged lines drawn for state reps and the state Senate and would not affect congressional maps. Milwaukee County Sheriff Danita Ball making a request of $17 million in increases to the sheriff's office budget. Ball laying out the goals she says the budget increase will achieve.
Critical pay increase in order to provide a competitive wage, which became necessary when the state of Wisconsin passed a $33 per hour starting pay for its correctional staff.
Our news partners at TMJ4 reporting the Milwaukee County Jail would have an additional 93 correctional officers to manage the capacity at the jail. And a new attraction coming to the water park capital of the world is set to break records. Mount Olympus in Wisconsin Dells posting on Facebook their new water slide Rise of Icarus will be the tallest such ride in the nation at 145 feet high. This comes just 2 years after the theme park unveiled the world's first rotating water slide, Medusa's Slide Wheel. The project expected to cost $8 million. Rise of Icarus will be first open to water sliders next summer. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts, citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time 7:34.
Traffic is sponsored by Weniger Compressor, ready to service any facility at pressureisoff.biz. Weniger Compressor salutes business owners who put the I can in American while treating their customers right.
All of the boys at Weniger Compressor.
This is going to be interesting, so pay attention.
Mountains and trees. Ducks and hunting dogs. Dinosaur bones. Meteorites. Steel that's carved like the leather stirrups on a Western saddle. Damascus steel, like they make swords out of. Carbon fiber. Hardwood.
Manly things.
Hardwood. You already said that. I know. I just like the sound of it. Hardwood. It does have a nice ring to it.
Ring. I see what you did there.
I'm sorry. I got us off track.
Kessler's has wedding bands for men.
Real men.
Made of manly things.
He wants you to wear a big, beautiful diamond so that everyone you meet will know how much he loves you. Why not insist that he wear something equally cool?
You'll tell your grandkids about the day you went shopping for this wedding band at Kessler's when they ask,
Where did you get such a cool ring? And what is it made of?
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Are you getting ready to send your kids back to school? Griffin's Back to School Service Special has got you covered. We know you've got a lot on your plate, so let us take care of your car maintenance hassles. For just $129.95, we'll pamper your car from bumper to bumper. Our expert team will change your oil, inspect and rotate your tires, check the battery and air filter, and give you a complete multi-point inspection. But that's not all. We'll make sure you stay cool during those hot school pickups by checking your AC and even changing your wiper blades and keeping your view crystal clear on those rainy days. Get peace of mind knowing your car is in top shape while you focus on what really matters, your family. Visit one of 5 Griffin dealerships today and take advantage of our back to school service specials before it's too late.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:36.
Senior VP of Baseball Operations and Brewers General Manager Matt Arnold, we put him to the test coming up at 7:45. Hearing a little bit more about this Montgomery brawl situation. You seen the video on this one where the boat co-captain approaches a group on a pontoon boat asking them to move the boat. They attack him. Then everyone who was on the original riverboat comes to his rescue, and it's a big brawl. So we're hearing from the captain now, the guy who was on the riverboat and waiting for them to move their pontoon boat. He says he knows these guys. Captain was on a radio station locally there. He goes, our crew is upset about these idiots. It's the same group that comes every year. They're from Selma, and we've had trouble with them in the past, but usually with jokey things. He says a couple of years ago, this same group was here. We came back from a cruise, and our golf cart was missing. We finally found it in the Hampton Inn lobby. We looked at the Hampton Inn video, found out who did it. We had them come down. We were going to press charges, but the police talked us out of it. He says during this situation, the pontoon boat's passengers wouldn't come out. They kept calling to them on the PA, saying, hey, can you move? Can you move? They were flipping them the bird. They could see that alcohol was on the boat. So he said once they started shooting birds at him, that's when he called the police. But they left the scene and they left their ship there to block the way. So then that's when everything started. They sent co-captain across there and other crew members over there to fix the situation, and it turned into what it turned into.
Entitlement's a heck of a thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, charges now for this time. Yeah, they're not getting away with it this time. 7:38. This portion of the show is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management's Money Talk. It's heard Saturdays at 10 right here on WTMJ.
Is there anything sweeter than the crisp sound of a driver when it connects purely with the ball? Scientists have determined that sound has a psychological effect on golfers, and that many evaluate the quality of their shot by the sound it makes. Right after contact, you know. You may have the same sense about your financial plan. When you review what you own and why you own it, and the date you plan on retiring, something doesn't seem, look, or sound right. Think of Annex Wealth Management as the swing doctors for your financial plan. We'll look at every component of your plan, including the goals you're swinging for, and give you the truly objective analysis that comes from a fee-only fiduciary with no products to push or commissions to chase. It may be you need to only tweak one part of your plan, or you may have to work on a missing missing component when it comes to helping you get it right. Talk to our pros. Contact Annex Wealth Management today. Set up a time to meet in person or securely online and get a free portfolio review. Get started at annexwealth.com.
Property insurance continues to get more expensive. To share his knowledge on the topic and the impact, here's Jeff Salasinski, VP of Insurance Operations at R&R Insurance.
Thanks, Vince. The first half of this year has done nothing to bring any relief to the high cost of property insurance for business owners and homeowners. Already in 2023, there have been 13 weather events, each causing more than $1 billion in insured losses. Insurance companies are reacting to this activity in several ways, raising premiums to cover their increased claim costs, restricting coverages, and raising deductibles. Buyers need a strategy in this market. R&R Insurance will bring you choices and create an environment where insurance companies will compete for your business on both coverage and price.
So, Jeff, what's the solution?
With 48 years of stability, local family ownership, and deep industry knowledge, R&R Insurance will bring you cost-competitive insurance options with broad coverage. At R&R Insurance, we know property insurance.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Thanks for the great info, Jeff.
Can I please grab one of the bug chow mein, please? Bug chow mein? Sure. Yes, sir.
So that's Adam Roberts ordering bugs at the Wisconsin State Fair.
As I think they people this do. One right off the street.
Found one that came off the floor there.
I think they picked this one right off the street.
All right, so we're gonna have to bring you in the studio here in about 10 minutes, Adam. I'm curious how your bug eating went.
Would you want me to make a quick run to the fair and grab some of that for you guys?
No, we do not.
Well, here's my favorite soundbite from your report.
I learned how to do ASMR from watching a lot of Bob Ross videos, good. I know what the people want.
Excellent.
I'll tell you what they don't want, though, and that's backups on 94 westbound. They are now stretching through the zoo all the way back from Moreland Road. We had a caller report in earlier of a semi-truck being towed. I've reached out to the DOT to see if they're doing any kind of work getting that vehicle taken care of. We also have a separate incident that's just come through to our traffic center. Got a crash on a 94 east at Mitchell, blocking the right shoulder. 2 vehicles involved. The front end of a white truck looks pretty messed up. It collided with a sedan, it looks like. So that's on 94 eastbound at Mitchell. Your travel times, obviously, on 94 westbound from the zoo to Highway 16, they're starting to build up. We're running about 20 minutes right now on what's normally a 10-minute drive. So pack your patience and be ready to tap on the brakes. It's a slow mover through that portion of the system. Also, the other slow spot would be 43 southbound through that construction zone. Backups extending north all the way now to Silver Spring from about Locust. So be mindful, it's about 5 or 6 extra minutes on your drive from Brown Deer to downtown. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast, lots of sunshine today with high temperatures in the low 80s. Overnight, mid-60s with partly to mostly cloudy skies. On Friday, we're monitoring rain showers and thunderstorms. A few of those storms could be on the strong side. Outside of rain and storms, it will be a warm and a humid day with highs in the mid to upper 80s. Saturday, mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 80s. Sunday, looks like a good day, partly cloudy, maybe a few showers by Sunday night, highs in the upper 70s. And Monday, another chance for rain and storms, breezy with highs in the upper 70s. For TMJ4 News, I'm meteorologist Kristen Kershane.
Right now in Milwaukee, 68 degrees at 7:43. Wisconsin's Morning News with Vince Vitrano. I got a text on the Old National Bank Talk and text line. We keep saying that Vince is coming back on Monday. He's up north enjoying vacation. And we told you that now it's made public. He posted on social media about it. Vince hurt himself badly water skiing. Thinks he may have pulled something or maybe ripped something, if you will. And I'm like, yeah, he'll be back Monday. And we're getting a couple of texts saying, are you sure he's coming back on Monday? The text we got from Vince yesterday was, I need help putting socks on. So hopefully he recovers enough to be able to get into work on Monday. Knowing Vince, he will do everything in his power to be here on Monday.
I hope he makes a show of it. Like, I hope he returns, like, on crutches, like, in a chair, and, like, really just hams it up.
Oh, man, knowing how much he likes to play tennis and golf, though, this has got to be just crushing him. So we'll check in with Vince, of course, on Monday. Right now, 7:44, we have Brewers 360 with Matt Arnold next. We're going to put him to the test. We'll do that next.
It's outdoor living time. Make the most of it this year. Let Outdoor Living Unlimited transform your space into your outdoor living dream. A deck, a patio, pergola, fire pit, maybe even an outdoor kitchen. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a local, family-owned company that consults, designs, and builds these things. We live for summer around here. Make the most of it with help from Outdoor Living Unlimited. See OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
While the warm weather has you feeling like new, get old with a money market account from Old National Bank and earn a 5.00% annual percentage yield. Whether you're saving up for something big or just for a rainy day, Old National is here for you. Earn 5.00% APY with our limited time 12-month introductory money market offer. To earn the promotional rate, account must be funded with a minimum of $10,000 not on deposit at Old National as of April 14th, 2023. Learn more at oldnational.com or visit a local banking center today. Member FDIC. Old National Bank. Get old.
Earn points every time you shop with Fleet Rewards. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Sign up today and start saving with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
Mark Canha scored the winning run in the bottom of the 10th inning as your National League Central leading division Milwaukee Brewers beat the Colorado Rockies 7-6 on Wednesday to secure their 62nd win of the season. With the victory, the Brewers now leading the NL Central by 2.5 games over both the Cubs and the Reds. No game today for Milwaukee as they will begin a 9-game road trip starting tomorrow against the White Sox.
Brewers 360 sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited. Every Thursday at this time, we are joined by Matt Arnold, the Senior VP and General Manager of your Milwaukee Brewers. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Great. We're going to have a little fun with you today, Matt. I don't know if you've ever heard of this game. Have you ever played Immaculate Grid online?
I have, yeah. I've seen some of the guys at the office have been playing it. Yeah, it looks pretty fun.
Yeah, it's cool. So my kid, both my boys love it. So yeah, it's this trivia game online. There are 9 boxes in the grid. You only get 9 chances to fill in the 9 boxes, and you use past or present players to fill it in. And each box includes a couple of clues. So let's try it. I've never played this game with a general manager or a senior VP of baseball operations. So I figure we can do this in 9 guesses.
Oh, I don't know, buddy. I'm not sure. I need a little more coffee for this, so I'm not sure I can help you.
Let's see if we can do it. We'll work together. All right. So each box in the grid has 2 clues. Some of those clues are a logo for a baseball team, so that means that player would have played for them at one time, and then some have some other stats. So, all right, let's see how we do here. Okay. Can you name a past or present player that has been a Yankee and a Pirate?
Oh my gosh. Yankee Pirates, maybe Garrett Cole.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking. All right, so I'm going to type that one in. Let's see if we go. Okay, we got one. All right, here's another one. A Yankee and a San Francisco Giant. Past or present?
Ooh. Maybe Goose Gossage?
Ooh, okay, Gossage. Let's see if it comes up. All right, Gossage is a... Yes, all right. All right, here's one. This is the last Yankee one. A Yankee Rookie of the Year.
Oh, man. Was Judge Rookie of the Year?
See, I was wondering about that. There's another J one that I was thinking. I was thinking Jeter.
Oh, Jeter, yeah, there you go.
Although I can put Judge if you want. I mean, you're the one playing, not me.
Oh man. Oh gosh. Let's go Judge.
All right, let's see. All right, is he going to stay 3 for 3 here with Judge? Aaron Judge. Let's see. Yes, very good. All right. Who am I trying to tell him who to pick? Okay, Matt. Here we go. Next one: Pirates and Twins player.
Oh man. I need more coffee.
Oh man.
Pirates and Twins. How about Pirates and Twins? Maybe Bert Blyleven.
Bert Blyleven. Let's see if it comes up here. Yes.
Famer, right?
Yes, 4 for 4.
Okay.
All right,
okay.
Giants and Twins. Giants and Twins.
Oof. Let's see. Wow.
Ooh, I do have
got
one.
me on this one.
I do have one. Can he phone a friend?
Call
Greg?
the lifeline, Matt. Do it.
Giants and Twins. How about Brzezinski? Maybe?
Yes, that's who I was thinking of. Let's see. Yes. All right. Now a twin rookie of the year. A twin rookie of the year.
I think Joe Mauer was a rookie of the year, right?
Let's see here. Joe Mauer. Was he a rookie of the year? No!
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, man. Maybe they never had one. Maybe it's a trick question.
Oh, no.
All right. We'll move on.
Okay.
We have 3 guesses left, and we have 4 boxes. So how about Pirates Gold Glove? A Pirates player who is a Gold Glover.
I mean, Clemente, right? I mean, Clemente's got to be on there, right?
You would assume so. Let's see. Yes! All right. How about a Giants Gold Glover?
Ooh. That's, Brandon Crawford's got to be on there for a bunch of
Brandon
years.
Crawford. Yes, sir. All right, then the last one. I think this might be the hardest one. We need, according to the Immaculate Grid, ImmaculateGrid.com, we're playing with Matt Arnold. It's Rookie of the Year Gold Glover. A Rookie of the Year Gold Glover.
Oh, man. Rookie of the Year and Gold Glove. I think, when in the Hall of Fame stuff, didn't Scott Rowland, I think, might have done that?
Let's see. Let's give it a shot here. Scott Rowland. Yes! Yes!
There you go.
Well done. You got 8 out of 9. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. My kids would be impressed because they usually can't get more than like 6 or 5. So I'll take 8 out of 9, Matt.
Yeah. All right. Oof. So yeah, that's a fun one. Those are fun.
Oh, well, thanks for playing. Appreciate your candor. Appreciate you doing this. We were forcing you to play, and we'll have to figure out who is a Twins Rookie of the Year. I don't know if there are any Twins Rookie of the Year, but all right.
I'll go do my research.
Well, enjoy the off day and enjoy your team being in first place by a couple of games.
You got it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Matt Arnold for Brewers 360, having some fun with him today. 7:52. We're a little bit late for traffic. We'll do it next.
Did you hear that? It can only mean one thing. The Wisconsin State Fair is back. As you're enjoying the fair, be sure to stop by the Bank 5-9 studio on the heart of the State Fairgrounds to see all of your favorite hosts broadcasting live. It's WTMJ Live at the Wisconsin State Fair. All fair long. See you there.
Vince Vitrano here for Johnson & Sons Paving. You know the front door to your small business? It's not the door. It's the parking lot. And if it's all banged up and potholed, that is not the first impression you want to give to your valued customers. Fix it up or rebuild the whole thing with Johnson & Sons Paving. They do everything in-house. They help you design your project, and they even mix their own asphalt. Plenty of Johnsons over there, but no subcontractors. You get Johnson & Sons Paving every step of the way. One-stop shop for projects of any size. JohnsonandSonsPaving.com.
What does summer sound like in a new Chevy? Find the best way to the ballpark with the Chevy Equinox navigation system. Load up the kayaks with room to spare in the spacious Chevy Trailblazer with 60/40 split folding rear seats. Haul out the camper and spend a night roasting marshmallows with the Chevy Silverado. Or feel the roar of the crowd and bring the whole crew along in the Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. So what are you waiting for? This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Visit WisconsinDriveChevy.com. Traverse seating up to 8 standard and LS available on LT with second row bench seat, RS Premier and High Country seat 7.
Home practice is about to begin. Your daughter's new tap shoes? Loud. Your son's new tuba? Louder. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So if you lose track of expenses buying some noise-canceling and sanity-saving headphones, we've got your back. You got this with $50 overdraft grace zone from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Fresh, never frozen, and no additives ever.
Sendik's natural boneless, skinless chicken breasts are just $3.99 per pound all this week. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Chuck Knobloch was a Twins Rookie of the Year. So is Marty Cordova. I don't believe Kirby Puckett was. And here I figured Puck would have been the one.
You would have thought.
Was not on there. Rod Carew also making the list. So kudos to Matt Arnold going 8 for 9 in the Immaculate Grid contest. Anyway, how are the roads?
Well, not as immaculate as Matt Arnold's prowess right there in that last segment. They're not great, especially on 94 westbound from Moreland through the zoo. We're seeing those backups extend. It's a lot of red, and it's bumper to bumper, especially in that spot from about Sunny Slope all the way back to 92nd Street. It's where you're seeing the biggest delays on this stretch due to a report of a semi-truck that is being towed. Still working to get some updated information on when that truck will be out of the way. Also a crash on 94 eastbound at Mitchell. Looks like between a sedan and a white pickup truck. The pickup truck's fender hanging off on the shoulder. A couple of squads out there right now as well. That's backing up your travel times from the zoo to downtown by about 4 extra minutes. Right now on that drive on 94 West, by the way, it's at 22 minutes, an extra 11 from the zoo to Highway 16. Also slow through the construction zone on 43 southbound, right around Capitol Drive. It's particularly thick. 15 minutes from Brown Deer to the Marquette. That's an extra 5. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Adam Roberts with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
So next week on Brewers 360 with Matt Arnold, we should have him do the Immaculate Grid for hockey or something. Just change it up. Or for lacrosse, like really get them. Traffic, by the way, was sponsored by Sendrick's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926. And your forecast, of course, as always, sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Today looks nice. Sunny, a high of 83. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, a low of 65. Heads up tomorrow. Scattered showers and storms are likely tomorrow, so expect rain tomorrow, especially late. And some of those storms could be strong, so keep your eye on the forecast the next 24 hours. Could see some dicey weather for your Friday, a high of 86. Right now in Milwaukee, it is 7:56 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Adam Roberts is doing yeoman's work today, handling our news and handling the newsroom, and also filling in for Debbie Lazga, who is back on Monday. Adam also did work at the Wisconsin State Fair this week.
Can I please grab one of the bug chow mein, please?
All right,
yes, sir.
So, Adam, you ate bugs?
Yes, multiple. Plethora of bugs.
So it's protein. Were they spicy? Did they have a flavor to them? What did it taste like?
Well, we had our social guy, Dylan, shooting the video with me while I did this, and I remember in the video explicitly describing that it hits you, bam, with a whole bunch of nothing. These bugs do not taste like anything, and I respect the exotic foods pavilion at the fair. They don't add any spices or anything to this bug chow mein. It's just all raw flavor, and it tastes like you're chewing on rubber. The first bug I bit into in that video, just the juices ooze out of the bug down your throat. And
all right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm doing a wonderful job describing just the sensations. Oh, yes, there's the crunch. There was a water bug that was right on top, picked it right up, and just went right for it.
So I figured they'd have been crusty or crunchy and not necessarily juicy, but all right.
It's good, though, right? You want juicy. You don't want dry. No one wants dry.
That water bug was very dry.
I'd rather it be potato chippy.
So, Adam, would you prefer there were flavors?
Absolutely. Now, as someone, like, I've been to Mexico and I've eaten crickets, like a bowl full of crickets before, and they season those very well.
All right.
I think they picked this one right off the street. Oh, yeah, I think there was a locust in that bug chow mein, and I think in the video you see its head is just kind of dangling off of its body. I think I say in that one he didn't really have a fun trip through the meat grinder.
Adam Roberts, who expensed his trip to the state fair so he could eat bugs.
Was I supposed to do that?
You can find that video on our Instagram page and on our social as well. Good stuff, Adam. Thank you. 7:59. Business headlines now. Here is the Milwaukee Business Journal's Sean Ryan.
Shine Technologies of Janesville will lay off 59 people. The maker of medical isotopes for cancer treatments has plants in Janesville and Beloit. Waukesha County pickleball enthusiasts will soon have another court to consider. Arizona franchise Pickleball Kingdom is locking down a site in Brookfield with plans to open in early 2024. The spicy taco concept that debuted last year as a food truck has opened a brick-and-mortar restaurant in West Allis. The spot is near Highway 100 and Greenfield Avenue. This is Sean Ryan with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
I'm coming!
Hi, Mark Tauscher. Tausch, you have mosquitoes in here.
It's like an insect zoo right now at my house. Here comes that wasp again. Incoming!
Shoo, you need Pella's 250 series of windows with exclusive hidden screens, protecting you from nature.
Yes, please. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin to the rescue.
Get a 250 series patio door and 8 double-hung windows with hidden screens as low as $188 per month. PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. See showroom for details. Offer ends 8/31/23.
When you're at State Fair this year, be sure to check out the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater, State Fair's largest free entertainment venue. Featuring acts like Kids from Wisconsin, Here Come the Mummies and Pat McCurdy, Bank 5-9 is a proud sponsor of the fair and a proud supporter of the local Wisconsin communities they have served since 1859. So grab your bucket of lemonade or beer, something on a stick, and join Bank 5-9 between August 3rd and the 13th. Member FDIC.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics are in-network with most major insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicaid, and there have been thousands of patients that have received our pain relief treatment with zero out-of-pocket expense. Our FDA-approved treatments we'll use to remedy your pain are precisely guided to its root, to provide inflammation and cushioning relief to alleviate pain. What ends up happening is you begin on a pain maintenance plan, and how committed you want to be to alleviating your pain is up to you. But at the least, you can see us semi-annually to annually to, in many cases, significantly reduce pain in hips, shoulders, elbows, and knees. I'm Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Pain Clinics. We can alleviate your pain, and that'll rejuvenate your life. It's pain relief, really. Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Your hometown hub for everything that matters. The latest news, traffic, weather, and sports on Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
8:02, I'm Eric Bilstead. This is Wisconsin's Morning News for Thursday, August 10th. Your top story, Paradise on fire.
I'm Mike Spalding. Will he or won't he?
I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time-saver traffic. Still plenty of backups on 94 westbound from Moreland stretching to 92nd Street through the zoo. It is a lot of red. Pack your patience if you're headed west on 94. An extra 12 minutes right now to get from the zoo to Highway 16. Also backup starting to build on 94 eastbound due to a crash at Mitchell Boulevard. Starting to do some cleanup work on that right now. A few squads out, and it looks like they may be trying to block off the far right lane. Looks like there's an ambulance out there, so if you're driving on 94 East, be mindful they are looking to block that far right lane of the 3. It's also a bit of a slow drive through the construction zone on 43 southbound from Capitol just past Keefe, and you'll also notice it right as you get to Fond du Lac Avenue as well. An extra 6 minutes from Brown Deer to the Marquette. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic.
Sunny day today, should be a nice one, a high of 83. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, a low of 65. Rain in the forecast tomorrow. Right now in Milwaukee at 8:03, it is 66 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, devastation in Hawaii, in Maui, and on the Big Island. This after dozens of people have died in wildfires there. The wildfire spreading quickly, leading residents and tourists to leave at a moment's notice and evacuate. The military also now called in. The town of Lahaina now decimated in those fires. More from ABC's Gio Benitez.
The wildfires erupting across the islands of Maui and Hawaii Tuesday, killing at least 36 and burning through 600 acres so far. At least 271 structures damaged or destroyed.
There are local efforts here in southeast Wisconsin in an effort to help those displaced by those wildfires. TMJ4, Sarah McGrew.
Guy Raisler and David Lau bring the aloha spirit to southeast Wisconsin at their Hawaiian marketplace, Onokine Grinds.
We have lots and lots of the world's best coffees, and that I'm very worried about, yes.
Now from miles away, they're watching in horror as a place they consider home burns.
It's heartbreaking. I find it's like an apocalypse.
Now David and Guy are asking their community in Wisconsin to help support their community in Hawaii.
We encourage you to donate, open up your hearts.
And if you're looking to help the people of Hawaii, the owners say they'll donate 10% of their proceeds to the local Red Cross there.
Here at home, a man wrongfully apprehended by Kenosha police is now facing criminal charges himself. This comes from a viral video that shows Kenosha police approaching a man and a woman inside an Applebee's. This after they were believed to be involved in a hit and run. The interaction becomes more heated. The man attempts to leave and is taken down by police and handcuffed. Now, it turns out that this man was not involved in the alleged hit and run and that the suspect was eventually located in a bathroom of the restaurant. The man on video has since now been charged with disorderly conduct and resisting an officer. Kenosha police say they are investigating the matter internally.
Will he or won't he? Former President Donald Trump says he'll be making his debate plans known next week. ABC's Justin Finch.
During a new interview overnight, Trump said he will not sign a pledge to support the Republican nominee if he loses the presidential primary. It suggests Trump does not plan to participate in this month's debate because the pledge is a requirement for attending that debate. And as for that new request from Trump, his lawyers are asking a federal judge to establish a secure facility at Mar-a-Lago to give Trump and his team a place to discuss evidence in that case. It would allow Trump to review the same classified documents that he's charged with illegally keeping at that resort.
That Republican debate will be held in Milwaukee come August 23rd.
Coming soon in the Dells, excuse me while I kiss the sky.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. When it comes to memory care and assisted living, you want a team that knows compassion and empathy. That's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. I know, my grandma was in assisted living. I have an aunt, one of my favorite aunts, right now in memory care. At Azura, they specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms. They provide additional daily living assistance for those with cognitive decline. 14 locations in Wisconsin, AzuraLiving.com, Wisconsin-based, family-owned. The teams I trust are at Azura. AzuraLiving.com.
Wealth-changing question. Has your advisor created a portfolio based only on your age and risk tolerance? That's simply not good enough. Your money deserves better, and so do you. At Creative Planning, our private wealth managers learn about you first, and then they create a customized plan and portfolio by partnering with our in-house money managers, accountants, and attorneys. Don't settle for a standard portfolio. Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
They'd found a quaint little home, a stone's throw away from the park. The landscaping was well kept, and the inside was clean as a whistle. But it was outdated, and being that this was their first home, they didn't have a lot of extra cash to do a big remodeling job. You see, the home's living room had a wall of mirrors. He wanted to keep them up, but she was unsure. I told her how beveling the edges of the mirrors would add a hint of elegance, while keeping the spacious look that the mirrors provided. And I asked her to visit our showroom, so I could show her exactly what I meant. Turns out she loved the look, and now, even with the new remodeling job they're doing, the beveled mirrors are there to stay. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service, and glass and mirrors have been our business for over 35 years. So if it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Now's a great time to get signed up for your exterior work, like siding and windows. Why put it off? The lines are shorter, and we'll be ready to take on your next project.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Times 808.
The Appleton School District is at the center of controversy after the school board posted a back-to-school event specifically for students of color. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reporting that the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty requested the school district take down the Facebook event invite encouraging students of color to come view Appleton East High School and meet the principal there. The comments on the post were mixed on support and criticism of this event. Now, the Institute stated that if the post or event is not adjusted to include all students, that a formal complaint with the U.S. Department of Education would be filed. There's been no comment from the school district.
A new attraction is headed to the water park capital of the world, Mount Olympus in Wisconsin Dells, posting on their social media channels that they're introducing a new water slide called Rise of Icarus. Dell says that it'll be the tallest such ride in the nation at 145 feet tall. This comes just 2 years after the theme park unveiled the world's first rotating water slide, that called Medusa's Slide Wheel. The project, expected to cost about $8 million, could be finished by next summer.
So at first I was thinking about the height on this, 140 feet or whatever it is tall. But Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee, she made a good point. She was on earlier, and she said, well, you get more time in the slide, which is the most important thing, right? Like if you're in the slide for a good minute or longer, that's fantastic.
I'm not a water park person. If you're on a water slide, I guess what's the general consensus? Is it better if you get like that rush and a thrill of, something like the Giant Drop or Tower of Terror where it's like 8 seconds long, but it's what you were waiting for? I don't know if you're a water park person. Like, do you want to just get like that rush and then you're done? Or
for me, as being the dad, I just prefer lines that aren't a million hours long. So anything that gets us there quick is all I care about. For this one, though, the Rise of Icarus, I just find that name to be very fascinating. Let's build the tallest slide that is known in the country. This would be the tallest one, and name it after a god who flew too close to the sun because he was greedy and taking advantage of his newfound strength. And
I want to be part of the naming committee for these rides. Between
Yeah.
Rise of Icarus and Medusa's Slide Wheel, I would love to be part of this.
Right, 8:10.
Where are we putting that money, and why are we putting it there? At Financial Strategies, you'll get answers to those questions to understand our approach. And the answers are going to be based on what we've learned about you. We're very engaged with our clients so that what we do for them fits their particular needs. But there are other things that we do that are equally important to the investment management portion of our services. I can't express how important it is to control the things you can control. At the end of the day, most investment managers will end up yielding similar overall returns. But knowing how to manage them wisely to avoid your nest egg being eaten away by the tax man, all legally of course, well, that's what I truly believe sets us apart. This is Jim Cantrell with Financial Strategies, Inc., and we can show you a wiser way to build your wealth. So go to financialstrategiesinc.com and schedule a no-cost consultation.
Financial strategies, a wiser way to build your wealth.
Siding Unlimited, named the best window installers not just here but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 3-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows, you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
Traffic is sponsored by Evans Transportation Services. Thank heavens for Evans. Rely on one company for accounting, shipping, and tracking. Evans Transportation Services. Family owned for 40 years and continuing to grow. Evans Transportation Services in Brookfield.
8:12. Adam Roberts doing yeoman's work today, handling both some news and checking the roads, filling in for Debbie Lozga. How are we looking now?
Well, we're looking like it's time to pack more patience if you're headed on 94 eastbound. At Mitchell, we have that crash, and they have officially closed down the right lane. You'll notice it if you're trying to get on to the freeway around 70th Street. It's basically at a standstill. Very little movement headed towards the stadium interchange, and it is adding a few extra minutes to your drive. From the zoo into downtown Milwaukee right now, it's at 11 minutes. That's an extra 5. Also keeping an eye still on 94 westbound from Moreland all the way to the zoo. We're still seeing backups as they work to remove a broken down semi-truck. They're trying to tow that away and get those delays to clear up. They were stretching back to 92nd Street, so we are starting to see a little bit of marked improvement, but it is still a 20-minute ride from the zoo to Highway 16. That is an extra 10. Also a bit slow still through the construction zone on 43 83, about 5 extra minutes from Brown Deer into downtown Milwaukee. Also have a broken down vehicle on the exit to Loomis on 894 westbound. That is not impacting your travel time, though, just a hazard to be aware of. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. Sunny today, a high of 83. Another nice one in southeast Wisconsin. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy and a low of 65. Now for Friday, scattered showers and storms are likely, especially late tomorrow. So expect to get wet at some point tomorrow. Some of those storms could be strong to severe. So keep an eye on that tomorrow, especially tomorrow night, a high of 86. For Saturday, sunny, a high of 84. Sunday, partly cloudy. There is a chance for rain late on Sunday, a high of 79, and more chances for rain on Monday, a high of 77. Right now in Milwaukee at 8:14, it is 67 degrees.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. In for Vince Petrano, here's Eric Bilstad.
Pitch black. There was so much smoke. It was so heart-wrenching.
This is a devastating what's happening in Hawaii right now. In Maui and on the Big Island just to the south there, at least 36 people now are dead from these wildfires that just spread so quickly. It spread so quickly that a lot of those guys, a lot of those people that live down there didn't even know there was a wildfire warning until after they started evacuating. That's when they got the call for it. This thing spurred up so quickly.
There's guys riding around on bicycles and mopeds just screaming down the streets like, you gotta go, the fire's coming.
That's Claire Kent. She was on ABC's Good Morning America today. She was one of the residents who was able to evacuate, many of them having to leave at a moment's notice. Some of them, Mike, even jumping into the water to escape the flames, getting pushed into the harbor area of Lakena here in Maui to be able to get away from these flames. As of now, they're hoping that things will get a little bit better as far as the winds go, but for now, it's really still an issue of Hurricane Dora whipping up some of these issues. We're talking about 85 to 90 mile per hour wind gusts. It's dry in some areas.
We're also hoping that these winds die down just a little bit so that we can get those wildfires contained right now, because right now they are not contained. So there is concern about what that means for people here on Maui if those wildfires spread even farther.
That's ABC's Gio Benitez. Just an unbelievable destruction. Apocalyptic is one of the words that some have used to describe what has happened there and how bad this has gotten. And this is an area, a lot of people know Lahaina. I mean, this is an area where a lot of people have gone over the years, have spent time in. It's a very popular resort town.
We know that there are 3 wildfires still burning here on Maui. You can smell it in the air. And that historic Lahaina town, it is just gone. You know, this is a place always so filled with joy, filled with aloha. But this morning here, there is extreme sadness, of course, over the loss of life.
And a little bit more from Gio.
You have this major tourist center, the heartbeat of Maui, you would call it, Lahaina town, just gone. Every boat that's in the harbor, that's gone. There's a famous banyan tree that's just beloved by tourists and locals alike. That's gone as well. So this is going to take so much rebuilding. One local who escaped the fire, he told me, Maui will never be the same.
So now the issue is, okay, how do you get people out of there?
Yeah.
So you have thousands that you're trying to evacuate. You have tourists that you're trying to evacuate. Meanwhile, you also have some people going in. You know, help is on the way, so to speak. So you have National Guard coming in. You have others coming into the state there and onto the island to offer assistance. And this isn't a very easy trek. It's not necessarily the easiest place to get in and out of a lot of those areas, of course, in some of these smaller Hawaiian islands, that it's one road in, one road out type of deal.
Yeah, well, not only that, but there's also only so many places you can go. This isn't like, you know, a fire like we typically think about, where it's kind of an isolated incident and it spreads in one direction. There are multiple, as you heard Gio said, fires that look like they're on the east part of the island, as well as like 2 parts of the central island. So there's no real place even to go around. And it's not entirely, you know, the island isn't entirely a built up city either. So there are places that you just can't pack up and walk away. I think about it like when you look at Northern California, like these fires are in the hills. You can't go you can't get around the hill to get around the fire. You have to go through it. And that's what's really kind of like horrifying when I think about what this is. There's only 48 miles long, and if fire's cutting off half that island and you have thousands of people on here, there's just nowhere to go.
And that's one of the issues they've run into and why this death toll is at 36. One other thing that they are trying to do, and it's nice to know that when there's tragedy and tragic incidents taking place, that some businesses and whatnot can come together. All the airlines are increasing their capacity now, bringing in larger planes. Alaska's doing it, Southwest, United, American, Delta. They're all bringing in the biggest planes they can, and they have lower fares so they can get people off the island that need to get off. I mean, some of them leaving with nothing because of this, and others losing their homes.
And not to look, way down, way ahead in the future, but, even once you are able to return, if you call that home, you return to nothing. It's not like it's, a centralized U.S. state where you can get help from, Iowa or Minnesota or Illinois. You're kind of out there in the middle of the island. So even just getting those supplies, it's going to be a monumental effort to build back.
Yeah, and it'll never be the same. Maui will never be what it once was. It'll always rebuild, and hopefully sooner than later. But from what it was a week ago to now, just devastating. 8:19 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Every hour.
A U.S. Navy sailor from Wisconsin accused of selling military secrets to China will remain in custody for now.
Every day.
Governor Evers is calling another special session. This one calls for the legislature to address the state's workforce challenges.
The news doesn't stop, and neither do we.
Community activists calling for a Kenosha police officer to be fired after they were seen on video getting physical with a hit-and-run suspect inside of an Applebee's.
We always hear, if you see something, say something. Well, we saw the video, and we're speaking up.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here. I've played sports my entire life, been hurt a lot of times, but never had been injured until I had to stop doing the sports I enjoyed because my knee flat wouldn't allow it. I visited Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, where they took great care of me. I put my knee in their doctors' capable hands, and now I'm back in the gym, carrying my golf bag, pain-free for 18 holes, and playing tennis as often as I like with no issues. I'd recommend Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin to anyone. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Academic Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368. This is Chief Home Buying Strategist Brian Wickard. A lot of home shoppers just go with their bank when it comes to getting their pre-approval and financing their new home. That's exactly what Jordan and Michelle did, and it wasn't until after they wrote their 5th losing offer that they took their agent's advice and called Accunet for a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval and offer strategy consultation. Every time you write an offer and lose, it's an emotional punch to the gut because you've already imagined having Thanksgiving dinner at that house. We're helping home shoppers and their agents write stronger, more convincing offers every day with powerful tools and strategies that really work. If you don't mind writing 5 losing offers, go ahead and get a flimsy generic pre-approval from your bank or credit union. But if you want the best shot at writing an offer that gets accepted, get a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from Accunet, and I'll personally join in on your offer strategy consultation like I did for Jordan and Michelle, whose very next offer was a winner. All you got to do to get started is click on the blue button today at ACCUNET.com.
Deliciousness from scratch. That's the Packing House.
Well, if you're going to run a genuine supper club in this town, you better have one big old staple, and that is prime rib. 12-ounce queen or 16-ounce king. No matter which one you choose, any way you slice it, it's a big hunk of USDA-certified Black Angus prime rib. And it is juicy as all get up, and it is amazing. Like butter, some would say, and they have. You won't make a mistake with this baby. It's been on the menu since day one. And there are a number of cult-like followers out there that would have my head if I ever took it off. And don't worry, folks. The best prime rib in town is here to stay. This is Chris Weichen, inviting you to enjoy deliciousness from scratch at the Packing House, a heritage Milwaukee supper club destination across from the airport on Layton.
That's the Packing House. Deliciousness from scratch. That's the Packing House.
Served Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I'm Brett Matchke, and you're due for service.
Richlands.
Richlands Tire and Service Centers. 5 locations and all easy to find. Visit richlands.com when you're due for service.
Coach speak. Coach speak in a second, but first, the roads, RMS, Adam Roberts.
Yes, they are delays galore, especially if you're on 94. Doesn't matter if you're headed east or west, we've got problems. First, that stretch from Moreland to the zoo on 94 westbound as they work to repair, or rather get rid of that semi-truck that they're trying to tow away. And the backups now, they are getting a little bit better. We're starting to see that trickle out of the zoo towards Highway 100, but it is still a bit slow as you're driving from the zoo to Highway 16. It remains at 20 minutes, an extra 10 minutes on that drive. 94 eastbound, meanwhile, they have shut down the right lane at Mitchell as they continue work on a crash, and so everyone's moving over to the far two left lanes, and those backups are now extending to the zoo themselves. So if you're driving from the zoo into the Marquette, that is an extra 6 minutes right now, 12 to get that distance. Also on 43 southbound through the construction zone at North Avenue, stretching to about Locust northbound. That's where the problems lie. And southbound, it's from about Capitol Drive to, again, about North Avenue, adding extra minutes from your both drives from Brown Deer to downtown and the other way around. I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Forecast for today, sunny, a high of 83. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, a low of 65. Then for Friday, watch the weather tomorrow. Scattered showers and storms are likely, especially late. Some of those storms could be strong to severe, a high of 86 for your Friday. Right now in Milwaukee, it is 70 degrees at 8:24. Coach speak. They all do it. Whether it's in the pros or in collegiate level or even in the rec leagues with your kids, coaches have a way with words, right? Greg
Yeah,
Pancake
so
Hill?
something interesting happened on the episode of Hard Knocks. Like yesterday it debuted, correct?
Yeah.
So it just took me by surprise that, as you introed, Eric, that, yeah, there is something called coach speak, and if you're a NFL coach, you sure are a
football guy.
Indeed. So let's try to get down to it. What Coach Robert Saleh said. And what does every good coach have? They have an attention grabber. So this is how this meeting started.
You can take your pens out on this one. This is a life lesson for everybody. For everybody.
Football guy.
Okay, so that's how we start, right? Lesson for everybody. So get your notes out. Get ready to go. So this is how Coach Saleh leads the meeting.
And I was thinking about you guys. I was thinking about all the excitement surrounding us, man. All of it.
Okay.
Did you know that the only bird in the world that will attack an eagle is a crow?
Football guy.
Okay.
Write that down. I
didn't know that. Did you guys know that?
I don't know if that's true.
No, I don't even know if it's true, to be honest.
Doesn't matter.
Football guy.
He said it. So that's where we go. So, Coach, can you elaborate just a little bit?
It will perch on the eagle's back and peck at its neck. So rather than fight back and tearing a crow to pieces like it can, the eagle spreads its wings and it soars as high as it possibly can. It keeps going and going and going as high as it can. And the higher the eagle flies, the harder it is for the crow to breathe.
Football guy.
Okay, so are we
Genius.
The crow, Coach, or are we the eagle in this case?
And are they going to space?
Depending who you are. So we elaborate, get a little bit of an explanation from Coach.
Guys, we got a great deal of hype around us. We do. All kinds of expectations. And with great expectations, we know that there's going to be a whole lot of people, a whole lot of crows expecting us to fall on our face. All right, you can take your pens out on this one. This is a life lesson for everybody.
Yes.
For everybody.
So, I mean...
Football guy.
So, okay. The crows are the expectations, which makes the players the Eagles.
So the Jets.
The Jets are the Eagles, and the crows are the expectations. Are we square?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I just want to make sure.
Football guy.
All right, so finally we bring it all to a close.
Guys, we got a great deal of hype around us. We do. All kinds of expectations. And with great expectations, we know that there's going to be a whole lot of people,
Oh, that is exactly right,
guys.
Here we go.
Got a great deal of hype around us. We do. All kinds of expectations. And with great expectations, we know that there's going to be a whole lot of people, a whole lot of crows expecting us to fall on our face.
Football guy.
Okay, so I think what Coach was just trying to say is the crows are on the back, and we need to get rid of the crows by being the eagle and soaring higher.
Yes.
It makes a lot more sense than what my football coach said in high school. He says, in order to be on this team, you got to pass the 3 R's of school: reading, writing, and arithmetic. And kind of just look around and say, oh, that's one.
Football guy.
Right, thank you. Yep. Coach talk. Coach speak. There
I'm
you go.
hyped up. Are you guys hyped
Yeah,
up now?
I'm ready to run through. I'm ready to eat some crows or sail off like an eagle in a jet.
Why not use like a jet analogy where you can blow through a crowd of birds, any crow or anything, because you're in a jet and it's going to be stronger and faster and can go to space.
Football guy.
That landed about as well as the Robert Saleh analogy did, so.
Well, fine. As long as I'm on equal standing. Thank you, Greg. 8:28, Wisconsin's Morning News. We'll check your headlines here in a minute.
Football guy.
When you're at State Fair this year, be sure to check out the Bank 59 Amphitheater, State Fair's largest free entertainment venue. Featuring acts like Kids from Wisconsin, Here Come the Mummies, and Pat McCurdy, Bank 59 is a proud sponsor of the fair and a proud supporter of the local Wisconsin communities they have served since 1859. So grab your bucket of lemonade or beer, something on a stick, and join Bank 59 between August 3rd and the 13th. Member FDIC.
Hey, WTMJ, Steve Scafidi here. Wisconsin summers are hard on your home's exterior, so don't just go painting again when you can paint it just once with permanent coating experts and my friends at Home Shield Coating. Home Shield Coating comes with a 30-year transferable warranty and can be made in any color. Home Shield Coating is ideal for cedar siding, hardy board, and aluminum siding. Call 414-323-1958 or visit homeshieldcoating.com. The first 5 callers will receive 20% off. Call today. They book fast. That's 414-323-1958.
The Finn Leather Sectional from Penny Mustard makes the upcoming football season better.
You know football?
Not sure. Do players use clubs or a racket?
Well, that answers my question.
But there's no question that your house will be a popular spot on Sunday afternoons, thanks to the Finn Sectional.
The chaise-like footrest keeps your calves comfy.
And the articulating headrest allows for an easy, relaxed view of the TV, even when you're completely reclined.
It gently cradles your neck for countless hours of gridiron greatness.
So you never miss a goal?
No.
Home run?
No.
Hoop?
No.
Straight flush?
Wow.
Enjoy complete configurable comfort in the Finn Reclining Sectional.
I love football. There's nothing like watching the shortstop shoot a puck into the gutter for a hole-in-one.
The Finn Leather Sectional Sofa, built to your specs, with high-density foam seats and ultra-lumbar support for your back, starting at $83.65 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
Football guy.
Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers.
8:31, I'm Adam Roberts, not a football guy. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. It's Thursday, August 10th. Your top story, paradise on fire in Hawaii. Taking a look at the roads, your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time-saver traffic. They have blocked the right lane on 94 westbound at Mitchell, and it looks like right now also an ambulance on scene tending to that crash, which has backups now stretching from the crash site at Mitchell all the way back through the zoo interchange. Also some slowdowns in the stadium heading westbound as people look at the incident. Really pack your patience, be mindful. It's quite a few extra minutes from the zoo into downtown Milwaukee. We're also still working on that backup on 94 westbound from about Moreland Road to Highway 100 as they work to get that semi-truck towed, and the construction zone on 43 adding a couple of extra minutes from Brown Deer to downtown and the other way around as well. Forecast for today, sunny, warm, and humid, a high of 31 degrees, 83 degrees, let's get that right. Overnight clouds on the increase, a low of 66, possible severe weather tomorrow, and highs in the low 80s. It's currently 72 degrees and mostly sunny in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, devastation in Hawaii this morning on both Maui and the Big Island. 36 people at least have died in wildfires. Fire spreading quickly thanks to trade winds and dry air, leading to residents and tourists having to leave at a moment's notice. The town of Lahaina, fires destroying most of that community. Some people even jumping into the water to escape the flames. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, ABC's Will Carr says people are trying to leave their flights to Hawaii once they've learned about the wildfires.
On the mainland, you have passengers demanding to be let off the planes coming to Hawaii as they were
finding out all of the devastation as it was unfolding. I was on a plane from LA here to Maui when one mother with tears in her eyes was asking the crew to be let off the plane. She said she had planned a dream trip here to Hawaii, only to have to stay home. And she said, as devastating as that was, it's nothing compared to the families who've lost everything here, and her heart goes out to them.
Speaking of those families, help for them coming from a local business. David Lau and Guy Ressler, who own Onokain Grinds in Wauwatosa, looking to send money to Hawaiian natives dealing with the problems that are caused by these fires. Lau, a Hawaiian native, while Ressler calling the island's home for more than a decade. Lau telling our news partners at TMJ4 it's been difficult to watch portions of his home state being destroyed.
It's heartbreaking. I find it's like an apocalypse, especially coming straight out of COVID. The businesses are just coming back up, and now it'll take a decade at least for it to come back up and redevelop.
Lau says Onokain Grinds will start donating 10% of their proceeds to the Red Cross to help with recovery efforts. A new era on the Wisconsin Supreme Court could eventually mean new voting maps in the Badger State. The swearing in of Judge Janet Protasevich to the state's highest court gives the bench a liberal lean for the first time in more than a decade. Governor Tony Evers telling WTMJ Now he is fairly confident redistricting will become a reality.
This is a 50-50 state. Those maps will look 50-50, and I think that will be a relief for the people of Wisconsin, because suddenly the folks in the middle have more authority, more power, and more voice on the Republican side and the Democratic side.
A pair of lawsuits have been filed challenging the state's current election boundaries since Protasevich was sworn in last week. Time for news about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. No worries from the markets about the newest U.S. inflation rate. They are all in the green, the major indices are this morning. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 300 points at the opening bell to 35,431. The S&P 500 up 36 to 4,504. And the NASDAQ Composite up 126 points to 13,848. Get on track with investment and retirement planning. Visit AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button today. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts, citing Unlimited WTMJ News Times 8:35.
Coming up, the passing away of a master storyteller.
Traffic is sponsored by Hall Mazda Milwaukee. Visit hallmazdamilwaukee.com.
If you see something we should know about, call the WTMJ Hall Mazda Traffic Tip Line, 414-238-9329. We discover the road at Hall Mazda during Mazda's Season of Discovery.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. When it comes to memory care and assisted living, you want a team that knows compassion and empathy. That's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. I know, my grandma was in assisted living. I have an aunt, one of my favorite aunts, right now in memory care. At Azura, they specialize in caring for those with early to late stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms. They provide additional daily living assistance for those with cognitive decline. 14 locations in Wisconsin, AzuraLiving.com, Wisconsin-based, family-owned. The teams I trust are at Azura. AzuraLiving.com.
I've got some cheese curds that I'm willing to share. Then I want to ride that giant slide over there. So if you've got 11 days to spare, won't you come with me to the Wisconsin State Fair? Won't you come with me to the Wisconsin, great state of Wisconsin State Fair?
There's something for everyone at the Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular August 3rd through the 13th.
Brookfield GMC has document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems, all bundled under the James Managed Print Services Program. Brookfield GMC Controller Jay Doyle.
They can track where the printer supplies are, the toner supply is getting down or low, and then they'll ship us a new toner.
And there's more. James Imaging Systems Managed Print Services also includes parts and service.
Exactly, yes. We had a fuser go out in one of our printers, and they came out and replaced that right away. So repair and our supplies are maintained.
Managed Print Services from James Imaging Systems. All your document output devices, service, supplies, and parts wrapped up in one low monthly invoice. Now that's a good value.
It's a big value because of all the services.
Managed Print Services from James Imaging Systems. Call 262-781-7700. James Imaging Systems, your local office technology partner.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Times, 8:37.
We lost one of the most influential songwriters and rock band group members in the history of music this week. Robbie Robertson, co-founder of The Band, which is, I always thought that was so ironic, one of the most unique and interesting and creative songwriters out there, and his group was called The Band. But it's interesting, Robbie Robertson passing away at the age of 80. This guy, you may not even know him, but I guarantee you know a lot of his music. Like The Band, there are multiple tunes. He did some solo work. He also played with Dylan. He and Scorsese collaborated. He did music and produced and helped with Scorsese. More than a dozen Scorsese films. This guy has just been everywhere. And The Wait, which is probably, what would you say, his most popular tune? Most well-known tune, The Wait. Yeah. That song, there's certain songs in my life, there it is. There's certain songs in your life that you at least bring you back to a place or remind you of something. And I have maybe a handful of tunes in my life that I remember the first time I heard the song.
Where do you go?
This is one of them, right?
And where do you go? Where does it take you?
Where does this one specifically take me?
Where?
The first time I heard this song, it wasn't even being played by The Band. I was in a high school cafeteria, and my brother was playing drums for Nine Inch Nails, which is his high school rock band. This was their closer. This was the song they played in the Battle of the Bands that night, was this song. And I was a freshman, and I was like, oh my God. Oh. Blew me away. Actually, then they did have an encore, but this was their whatever. And then I heard, I found the band's CD at home, and I was blown away by it, just blown away by it. And Robbie Robertson, then, he did some some solo stuff that was pretty remarkable too. But not even just influential for me or for, music lovers, but just in general, some of the stuff. I mean, even he mentions going down the Nazareth. That's the first line of that song. The band Nazareth named themselves. There it is. They're named after that lyric. That's why they chose that. That's why they're called Nazareth, which is just because of this guy. And he's from Toronto, which is the other thing that's crazy. Not even from the state, from Canada. And he has this southern. Well, no, I guess you know what I mean. The style just doesn't sound. You don't think Toronto when you hear this music.
No, not at all. Very folky.
So yeah, just one of my all-time favorites, and I don't think a lot of people know the name. I know that music heads might know it, but a lot of people may not know the name. But just so influential. So rest in peace to Robbie Robertson, 80 years old.
And you put the load right on it.
Right now, at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, all jeans are on sale. Whether for fit, function, or fashion, we have unbeatable deals on your favorite brands for the whole family. And nothing goes better with your favorite pair of jeans than your go-to pair of rugged, comfortable, and reliable cat boots. Right now, all styles of cat footwear are on sale, $10 off. Check out our entire selection in-store or online at farmandfleet.com.
The hardest working people in America find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Why settle for just a job when you could have a career in the exciting automobile industry? The Auto Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee new car dealers have technician, sales, administrative, and management positions available now. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an ad of New Car Dealer.
Go to work happy when you go to work in the auto industry. For current, great-paying job opportunities, visit adam.jobs. That's ADAMM.jobs.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
We want to decrease your pain as fast as possible. When we inject our powerful, FDA-approved anti-inflammatory and cushioning medicine precisely guided to the root of your pain, in most cases, relief in hips, shoulders, elbows, and knees is a reality. For those who go through our entire process, we can very much control and reduce your pain while increasing your quality of life. Thousands of Rejuvenex patients maintain their pain relief with semi-annual to annual treatments, proven to reduce inflammation, to make pain a lot more bearable. Some providers may charge up to $8,000 for similar treatments. At Rejuvenex, because we're in-network with most major insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicaid, your out-of-pocket expense could be as low as $400, or less, or nothing at all. I'm Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Pain Clinics, where you can find pain relief. Really.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate
rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
Knowing how to manage your investments wisely to avoid your nest egg being eaten away by the tax man, all legally, of course, that's what sets us apart.
Financial strategies, a wiser way to build your wealth.
FinancialStrategiesInc.com.
Traffic sponsored by Weniger Compressor, the Midwest air compressor experts. Visit pressureisoff.biz.
Weniger Compressor carries high-performance, top-of-the-line compressors. Many offer a lifetime warranty and 60-day return policy. Contact Weniger at pressureisoff.biz.
Traffic and weather at 8:43. Hi, Adam. How are we looking now?
Well, Eric, I come bearing some good news. It looks like things have finally gotten cleared up on 94 westbound, and delays starting to work themselves out. It's still going to be a bit slow as you're headed west of Highway 100 towards about Elm Grove, and then past that point west, things will start to clear out a bit, adding still just a few extra minutes on your drive from the zoo to Highway 16. Right now, it's looking like about 16 minutes, an extra 5 on that stretch. We are still slow, however, on 94 eastbound. A crash still being worked on at Mitchell. Delays starting to stretch back to the zoo and actually through the interchange right now. And that's kind of mixing with some early, I'll call them eager State Fair guests. The gates don't open until 10, everyone. You can take it easy. But they're also looking at this crash on 94 westbound through the stadium as well. So that's adding about 6 extra minutes on your drive from the zoo into downtown Milwaukee. And it's still a bit slow through the construction zone on 43, both north and southbound, adding a few extra minutes through that stretch as well. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Adam Roberts with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
You like brunch?
Yeah.
We'll have to bring that back. Euchre was in rare form yesterday. We'll have to bring back some of that audio before we get out of here at 9. 8:44, your forecast for today, sunny, a high of 83. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, a low of 65. For your Friday, scattered showers and storms likely. Could be some strong stuff tomorrow, a high of 86 as far as the storms go. Saturday, dry, high of 84. Sunday, a high of 79 with a chance for rain late on Sunday. Right now in Milwaukee at 8:45, it is 72 degrees. Occasionally, we like to celebrate the average John or Jane who does something remarkable, so why not now? Yes. An everyday hero. Presented by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. This is when we celebrate the average John or Jane who had no idea that when they got up that morning, they would save a life. Okay, so this guy that we are praising today is from Saratoga County, New York. So they have a lot of rivers through this area, and they do a lot of whitewater rafting in this area. And this guy, his name is Devin Robarg. He was 18 years old, is 18. And News 10 tells the story of Devin Robarg. He's a brave civilian who quickly jumped into action. He saw two people with their inflatable boat flattened, stuck against a giant rock in the rapids, and the people needing help.
There was a raft that was wrapped around the rock, stuck from the water. There was one of the customers had been freed from the boat and was standing on top of the rock, and there was a younger girl that was stuck on the side, and she was the one that was trapped.
So this stuff was roaring through. I mean, when the rivers are really going, it's not something to be messed with.
Anytime you're in fast-moving water, there's 4,000 cubic feet of water per second coming down through this river, so it's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, so very powerful. In fact, so when Devin first went out to try to get to this rock to help these people, he couldn't even get on it. He missed it. So he had to get out of the water, come back around, and try to get to them a second time. He made it.
The girl's leg was pretty well stuck on the rock, and I actually thought that her leg was broken because of the amount of water pressure that was on her leg on the side of the raft.
Thankfully, her leg was not broken. He was able to assist with her and get her on the rock so she wasn't stuck there and having her so much pressure put on her. And then, thankfully, nearby, remarkably, police were doing some exercises anyway, just kind of going through some drills and whatnot, so they were able to get there with the right boats and help them. The business owner that holds those rafts says he knows Devin. He's going to celebrate him, and he's going to be honored.
We definitely have a surprise coming from Devin. It's going to take about a week or so to get here, but he's going to be taken care of. We're very proud of him.
All right, so what about the people that were on there? We're worried about the young woman whose leg may have been broken. Of course, there's a guy with her as well. Well, Devin had a report on that, and I thought this was interesting. This is from News 10. Listen to what they say about the woman involved.
Devin says he is now close to the woman he helped save. She did not want to talk about it at this time, but he tells me she is okay, a little banged up, with no major injuries.
Now, what does that mean? Wait, one more time.
Devin says he is now close to the woman he helped save.
What is close to the woman he helped save me?
We'll never know.
Did he ask her to a movie, like while on the rock?
Bing, bing, bing.
So would you like to see Oppenheimer perhaps later on tonight? And was this news to her? Did she see this on TV and be like, oh, wait, hold on, I think you got the wrong idea, guy. All I did was text you once saying thanks. So we'll have to investigate to see if maybe wedding bells are in their future.
The girl's leg was pretty well stuck on the rock, and I actually thought that her leg was broken because of the amount of water pressure that was on her leg from the side of the raft.
So now that your leg's okay, any interest in seeing Barbie?
Devin says he is now close to the woman he helped save. She did not want to talk about it at this time.
Amazing. Everyday Hero, celebrated every Thursday, thanks to Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care.
F-U.
Did you hear that? It can only mean one thing. The Wisconsin State Fair is back. As you're enjoying the fair, be sure to stop by the Bank 5-9 studio on the heart of the State Fairgrounds to see all of your favorite hosts broadcasting live. It's WTMJ Live at the Wisconsin State Fair, all fair long. See you there.
Got chronic joint pain but want to avoid steroids and surgery? Take some advice from pro football legend Emmitt Smith. Call QC Kinetics.
Let QC Kinetics help you improve your quality of life with biologic therapies that get your body to repair and restore damaged tissue.
These exciting new regenerative treatments from local medical professionals can help your body heal itself with lasting pain relief.
Trust me, you want to avoid surgery if you can. Check out these biologic treatments to see what your options are.
QC Kinetics. Restorative, regenerative solutions with no downtime, no surgery, no drugs.
I'm talking about joint pain we all can relate to in your knees, your shoulders, your hips, and your lower back. They'll get you feeling good again.
Get relief now.
What are you waiting on? Make the call to QC Kinetics. Tell them Emmitt Smith sent you.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
What's that sound?
That's the sweet sound of you, small business owner, not having to worry about cybersecurity.
Sounds nice.
US Cellular is offering cybersecurity protection with unlimited data for $29.99 per line.
Does that include protection from phishing?
Of course, unless you mean like the kind. Get cybersecurity protection with unlimited data for $29.99. US Cellular. Built for business. Built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Traffic is sponsored by St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores.
St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores, Highway 100 and Layton Avenue, 23rd and Lincoln. Great stores, great cause, and unbelievable bargains. You're going to love it. St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Been a mess for about an hour or so there on 94. How are we looking now there, Adam?
Well, things are starting to clear themselves up, Eric. Both incidents, the one at Moreland and on 94 westbound and the one eastbound at Mitchell, have been cleared. The delays really working themselves out on 94 westbound. We're actually getting back to kind of a normal travel time from the zoo to Highway 16. It is still very slow, though, from the zoo into downtown right now. 31 minutes on the drive. It's basically bumper to bumper around 84th Street to about 68th. After the crash site, obviously things get much clearer, but it's about an extra 25 minutes from the zoo into downtown Milwaukee. Pack your patience if you're headed in. I'm sure some of the state fair traffic is mixing in and making that a bit of an extra mess this morning. Other than that, the construction zone on 43, southbound from Brown Deer to downtown, is 15 minutes right now. That is an extra 5. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Adam Roberts with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Millions of birds.
Bob Uecker was fantastic yesterday. Well, let's going to bring back some of that audio. First, sunny today, a high of 83. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, a low of 65. Heads up for tomorrow. Friday, scattered showers and storms are likely, especially late. Some of those storms could be strong to severe tomorrow. Heads up for that, a high of 86. Your forecast sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Wisconsin's Morning News with Vince Vitrano. Vince is back Monday, hopefully. He did injure himself water skiing. We'll get an update and bring that to you tomorrow. Eric Bilstead along with Mike Spalding. Thanks to Adam Roberts for filling in for Debbie Lozga, who is back Monday as well. And thanks, as always, to Greg Pancake Hill for all of his help today. So Bob Uecker was in rare form early yesterday. It was like the second inning, and he was already just on point.
Flock of birds just flew by our broadcast booth here.
They almost came all the way in.
Yeah, waiting on Tippi Hedren. She was in there too. See her walking by here, we'll be in trouble.
All right, so he continues to call the game, and no other mention of Tippi until Lane finally says,
"So glad that I have Google, because I had to Google Tippi Hedren, and now I know she was in the birds."
Yes.
All right, so there's that. And then he gets on this kick about bratwursts and whatnot.
You like brats?
Yes, I do.
Usingers and baseball, 140 years in the sausage business. That's a long time to be making sausage, isn't it, folks? 140 years. I wear brat skins for gloves during the off-season, down low and away, and it's 3-0 now. Finger gloves, they call them.
Really?
Yeah. Just for the, before it starts freezing.
Yeah. And he likes them a little tacky. He likes the gloves to be a little tacky so he can grab things and hold stuff. So Uecker, phenomenal yesterday. Again, of course, Brewers are off today. They're back at it tomorrow. And thanks to Matt Arnold. So the general manager joins us every Thursday for Brewers 360 at 7:45. And we put him to the test. We had a couple of people texted about this. The game is called Immaculate Grid. And my kids play it all the time. ImmaculateGrid.com is the website. So it's basically a trivia game where you get 9 chances to answer 9 questions, about any sport, really. It's baseball, football, they do. I think they do some of the other ones. So anyway, we figured since he's the GM, he'd do well. And he got 8 out of 9 questions. 8 out of 9, so not bad. If you want to hear it or hear any of the podcasts, just text the word Vince to the Old National Bank talk and text line 855-616-1620. We'll send you the link. 855-616-1620, Old National Bank. Get old. It is 8:55. WTMJ now is next at the Wisconsin State Fair. What politician they got this time? You got anyone rolling in there today?
They got a couple guests today. I know that not a politician, but Dan Schaefer is going to be appearing with them. Frequent WTMJ Nights guest host.
Okay.
I don't know who else, though. It's a surprise. That's a tease right there.
I like that. Sandy and Steve are next. But first, business headlines. And business headlines are from the Milwaukee Business Journal's Sean Ryan.
Shine Technologies of Janesville will lay off 59 people. The maker of medical isotopes for cancer treatments has plants in Janesville and Beloit. Waukesha County pickleball enthusiasts will soon have another court to consider. Arizona franchise